It's a new show. Yes, it is.
You've heard all the other wrestling programs. Now it's time to listen to the guys who aren't booty.
And you can't beat that.
It's hashtag WrestlePals.
There ain't no stopping us now. We celebrate on the floor. Top down, we're ready to go. To all the people across every nation, turn it up and give me some more.
Woo. Woo. Whoa. Hey. Hey.
Whoa, whoa.
Hey, whoa. Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Woo.
Woo.
Hey, everybody, we're hashtag WrestlePals.
That's us.
Hello and welcome to... You're right, I got to work in the intro. Hey, everybody's hashtag WrestlePals. I'm going to go with that. Hey. It establishes a connection.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
embraces. It welcomes is what it does.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want me to go a little more formal?
You could even say welcome.
Greetings.
Ooh.
Hashtag WrestlePal. Oh, I need like a helping verb in there. Or
How about help?
greetings. Help hashtag WrestlePals. I like it.
Me too.
Help hashtag WrestlePals.
Oh, hi.
Hash-
Patreon.com/oh hi Justin.
Hashtag oh hi. You going hashtag oh hi? You going hashtag oh hi Justin?
I think it'll be hashtag oh hi Justin.
I think so.
Mhm.
I think so. A little longer. You want to embrace the shortness, the brevity, but I think there's confusion if you go too short.
Right. If it's just oh hi, then it's oh hi Mark. It's the
Mhm.
room. It's not Justin. So
Very good. Hi, everybody. Oh, shoot. I went back to it. I forgot. Greetings. Help. Hashtag WrestlePals. Hey, he's help. Hashtag WrestlePal Justin. A goddamn man of science.
Science.
I don't think they want me to. Thomas Dolby pulled like most of his stuff off of Spotify. I'm sad. We were forced to listen to the William Shatner version of She Blinded Me with Science.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay. It was fine. I was fine with it. And then it went on for like another 3 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to do that again? Take it from the top. Reopen the can again. Fake it. We'll add in sound later. I'll do it right now. Look at that. Live Foley work. Okay. You set it up from the top again. Mm-hmm. I think that's the one.
Awesome.
No. Yeah, thanks. Hashtag WrestlePal Justin right there. And hi, help. I'm hashtag WrestlePal Nate. You know what?
He
It's
needs
gr-
help. And there it is. Bailey Bales.
You know what? There's a time and point and time in which he has enough of our, and by our I mean my garbage.
What's the matter with you stews?
You done went and abandoned her for Liv Morgan.
Untrue.
And
Untrue.
and she still is happy to come and see you.
Mm-hmm.
But when I start acting up a little bit, she's out.
Yeah.
Understandable, mind you.
I broke up with her to be with Liv Morgan.
Okay.
There's a difference. I'm still a supporter. She
Mhm.
is still my second favorite wrestler.
Okay.
So I still enjoy her work. It's a little awkward, as it is with most exes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What?
Okay.
I love Liv Morgan!
You know, I didn't know how to fish for it, but that's exactly what I wanted, and I appreciate you for going there.
Any chance I get.
Thanks.
Any chance I get. I'd like to tell her to her face. What I'd like to do, that challenge is still going on.
What's the challenge?
Going into public places and yelling, I love Liv Morgan, and filming yourself doing it.
Yeah, but I got a feeling it's short enough and brief enough that those both words mean the same. But I decided to get a long explanation for it. Short and brief enough that you can get it in there, so people go, "What was that?
Mm-hmm.
What? Excuse me?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me? I don't know why I let my voice drop down when I'm turning off mic, so I could have just said the same volume and it would have had the desired effect.
Yeah.
But I don't.
But what I'd like to do is take that a step further and get my guitar out.
And get her in private.
No.
No.
I'd like to get my guitar and go to a public place and play a song about how much I love Liv Morgan.
How long's the song?
I don't know. I mean, it won't be long. Like
I mean,
30 seconds, long enough to say that You know, I love Liv Morgan.
30 seconds?
I love Liv Morgan.
Okay.
Liv Morgan loves me.
That's not how you play guitar. I don't know if you've ever played one before. It's not like this.
You've heard it.
It's how you do a robot. I've heard it. I've heard it.
These ghouls coming your way.
I'm not included in this, I don't think, am I? Are you going to make me do stuff?
I don't know. Right now I'm just writing.
Good.
I have almost an album written. 10 songs, dude. 10 songs in a week.
Look. Sorry, I just enjoy the way you say that. Like, F these people with an album a year. I'm putting out one every other week, God damn it. And that's with 4 days off. You know, for me.
Yeah.
Jerks.
Just saying.
Those jerks.
I haven't even
these
gotten to
ghouls.
I haven't even gotten to
the
the
best,
the
Justin.
Liv Morgan love yet.
I know. 30 seconds is all you got for?
No, I
Oh, voice broke there. You okay?
I
A little
wonder if I'll
nervous?
get kicked
Girls
out.
make you feel funny? Kicked out of where?
Well, it depends on where I do this. Because I also thought maybe if I went to an open mic and just included it in my set.
Mike who? No, I don't like it either.
Why did
You're
you
right.
go
You know
for
what?
that?
I'll break it just to go. You're right. You're right. That's a good assessment. Your visual. It is not even. I saw you broke character to go. You suck. And I was and I had to break just to go. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I do.
It's not a good one.
All right, you want to
not a
get
good
back into it here? There you
Yeah.
go. Liv Morgan, huh?
Yeah.
That's how
I love Liv Morgan.
what I couldn't hear you.
I really need to clip that out and send it to her. I don't think it counts if I do it on my show.
God damn it, I'm public.
Yeah, but like you're not gonna like kick me out or nothing. I mean, I'm being filmed.
Is that the goal?
I don't know. I'm being filmed.
Is that the
Right?
goal to get kicked out?
I don't think so.
Lord, I got weak looking shoulders and that big fat blue. Never mind.
I love Liv Morgan. Do I need to see? The problem is these videos are like long, and so like to get that short of a clip, it takes really
Does it?
it's a lot of work. Yeah,
Is it?
it's more work than I want to do. Getting that 20 minutes out from last week that
To- you
I
want
guarantee you haven't even seen,
What?
even though I posted it in the Slack.
What did you do?
I clipped out the T-shirt segment from last week
Okay.
because I want to put an end on it and a thing on the front so we can put. I gave it as Patreon content actually. So if you, I think it's under the $5, you get a free WrestlePals video that isn't even finished yet.
We did 20 minutes on that?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
it's like 19 and some change.
Much like the Takahashi Ospreay match.
Oh my god, we're gonna get into Dominion. I promise, folks. I watched all of it.
But first.
Yes, but first we need to talk about how much I love Liv Morgan.
Right.
No, but
This is technically evergreen content because it ain't going away, man.
well, yeah,
Like I saw your unholy, hellish obsession with Bailey, and I was like, all right, cool, man. This is worse.
I don't.
Weird thing you mean well.
Okay, why is that weird?
I don't know. I don't know what healthy
I just wanna
relationships are
tell
like,
her
Justin.
She's pretty.
What?
I just want to tell her she's pretty and her shoe game's strong.
Oh, you know what? I think you should lead with the shoe,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other shoe as you walk your ass away from her. Leave her alone. I was proud of that one. I like that. I'll break to say, hey man, that was a good one, right?
Listen.
No?
I shared a tweet from a ghoul in the
Oh,
Trash Pals.
God.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I saw the.
This is the type of crap. Only oftentimes even worse.
Please-
Like it is known.
Now we've done the social media segment before,
Yeah.
but this is for you to say, "Hey, hold on, this is so bad that I need to share it."
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, most
Can,
of the time
can you
it's
paraphrase
worse.
your ghoulish monster to us?
Let's see. What did he say?
What does the
this-
average? Average, because this is weirdly average. The average participatory member of the universe who wants to participate with one of the she's not even top of the card. She's middle. She's out there. She's doing the work.
Yeah.
She's filling the roster, doing good. And there'll come time when she's going to bubble up to the top. She's going to get programs here and there. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
But she's on the roster, filling out the roster, making the roster nice and strong
She's just on
and thick
television,
all the way through.
really.
Yeah.
You know, like the occasional 6-woman tag.
Mhm.
I think she's had all of 2 singles matches on Raw so far.
Yeah.
She's
So she's not like prevalent.
not Ruby Riott.
Yeah, and she's not a movie star lady big. She's just she's there.
Yeah.
But she is there.
Right.
And she's she's pushing herself on social media. She seems to push herself very well.
Yeah.
As compared to many of the other ones. The average interaction she has to be these ghouls, not hashtag these ghouls. Those guys are okay.
Yeah.
But this friggin' ghoul.
This is why you should be dating me.
Oh my God,
Those were almost the exact words.
this is why. Did he have reasons?
Whatever she said was, and then he responded. This
That's
is
what
why you
he
should be dating."
said?
Yeah. Yeah. You should be dating me. I've never said that. Okay.
No, you haven't.
No. No, I haven't. I'm just saying.
I just want
Look,
you to.
I know I'm ghoulish. I get it.
You're not though, which is weird.
Just saying.
I haven't heard you like, I don't know, talk about her butt or anything, or make
mean, it's
reference
very
to
nice.
a blue. Okay, well, see, that's you. Is that what it is? You just been waiting for me to open the door. Hey, Justin, what you think about that? No, because we
No.
wouldn't have that conversation. Not because we're not ghoulish monsters on our own, but because there's a level of respect to it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Is that what it is?
Because I respect her feelings as a woman.
You do. You're actually a good dude. It's the worst.
Why is that the worst?
Because then I have to realize I'm a hunk of shit. And it's like, yeah, he's right.
Oh.
You're making me feel bad by being so good, Justin.
Oh.
If you could just, get some dirt on yourself a little bit so I can feel better, that would be great. Thank you.
Anthony Moreno. Kenny Omega rules. New Japan is better than WWE. That's a. See, Ellie, he's not being creepy.
Who's
See?
not? I'm not?
No.
Thank
me.
you.
Me.
I appreciate it.
Me. Me. I'm not being creepy.
You're not?
No.
Okay. I don't, I have a hard time gauging. Yeah, I'm not the best judge here. Much better of a jury, perhaps an executioner. But not.
I can't
not,
see you killing anybody.
No, I'm not. I'm okay.
Hashtag Justin is great. By the way,
Hashtag Nathan's okay. It's gonna look like Nathan's sock, so it just looks like I'm referencing some sort
hashtag
of.
Nathan is my second fave.
What does he do with that sock? What?
That's Leslie tweeted that earlier today.
Earlier today.
Yeah.
So this isn't even references right now. This is just in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on.
Is that behind you or behind Dean? I want to know what pecking order I'm falling in here. Or did I just move down to 3 by bringing it
I
up?
gotta say, like, we'll get back to Liv Morgan in a second, but Ellie, she's having her issues sending tweets out to Finn.
Mm-hmm.
Just now, you've got the new handle. Go for it. We talked about this last night. She said, "I think it's time I change my Twitter handle."
Oh boy.
And we went with the Marvelous L. What?
EL?
Yeah. Is it short for Ellie?
I know. I get it. I'm just trying to read it in my head.
It says it right there. Maybe if you
Marvelous-
looked at your Twitter.
Marvel Essel. That's what I'm looking at. Marvel Essel.
No, you're not.
Marvel
See, that's
SL?
a capital E.
I know. I get the capital E, but you don't need to put that in there. It's not case sensitive, right? The Marvel Essel. Marvel Essel? F that mouse.
I know, right? What is your problem?
Okay, hold on. Let's get started on this. When I was about 6 or 7 years old, right? I realized that I was kind of the what? Thank you, because I was about to actually go into dark stuff.
I love Liv Morgan.
No, you really?
Now here's the thing. Before I promise we will get to Dominion. I promise we will get there.
I just need to check in on him every once in a while. Court ordered.
Well, once a week.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just to make sure you haven't left the state.
So, jeez.
You gotta
What have I done that has made you think that this is anything more weird than some ghoul tweeting?
I'm probably projecting because I know my tendencies.
See, look at this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. There's.
Nah, don't look at me. It makes me uncomfortable. Avoid eye contact if all possible.
Do
That
you
goes for
think
too.
so? The challenge is supposed to be that out in public.
Yeah, right.
If
Out
I do
in
this
public.
on the show and I clip it out
Uh-huh.
and send it to her, does that count? Or do you think that playing a song out?
only if you tag southeastern grocery chain Publix in it as well.
Oh,
Because then it's not only in public, it's pluralized. Publix.
Hmm.
Do you get bonus if you actually go to a Publix? Because I think the closest one is like 4 hours away.
yeah, no thanks. Not driving that far.
I hear they have like these subs, I guess.
I can't eat subs, Nathan. What are you trying to make fun of me? What is this?
What other kind of ship and or boat can you eat? Gravy boat? Sushi boat? I ate a sushi boat for 2 once by
Did you
myself.
eat gravy boat?
Not the boat. I ate the gravy. Now you're being silly. It's ridiculous,
I'm
sir.
trying to keep up with the Facebook chat, but this Pages app is Being great at not being good.
Being great and not being good. That might be your tagline right there. The
Being
best
great.
there is, the best there was, and I'm pretty great at not being good.
Well, the best ever, Justin Wilson, was my name there, my moniker.
I mean, of all the Justin Wilsons I've known, you're all right. Hold on.
You're avoiding the question, by the way.
What was the question?
Does this count?
La,
as the
la.
does this count as the challenge? If I yell it on the show,
Mhm.
can I clip it out and send it to her? Does it count as the challenge?
Mhm.
Number one. Number two, is it better if I do the song?
I think if you, why not we take a multi-pronged approach here? But can you do it different each time so that you can probably drop those together, back to back? Different hand gestures, different.
So-
No, or you want consistency?
Well, maybe if I do it over the course of a couple weeks and clip it out.
Different shirts every time,
Yeah.
and maybe.
Well, I mean, as it
maybe
is, I did
you
it like
should
3 or
have-
4 times last week.
And I could
I
potentially.
love Liv Morgan!
Okay.
There's probably at least 3 this week.
Perhaps if they're clipped out, put together, and then maybe I should tweet it at her and say, "Hey, look what you've done to my show."
Yeah.
Oh, hi. This is Justin. Yeah? Look what you've done. And here's the thing.
Made it great.
No, she's used to people.
Made it fun.
She has to be used to people approaching her, like talking more kind of at her and around her rather than to her, I would imagine. And the ones that talk to her
It is known.
are kind of nasty. It is known. The ones that talk to her are kind of awful as well, right? So I figure if you let me go in with the God damn it, woman approach, as far to say, look, I'm going in there as a sacrificial person. I'm not going in ghoulish, but I'm
Right.
going in angry so she can get, what the hell, what are you talking about? To me, right? It's going to get reaction because this isn't something she's used to.
Uh-huh.
And then it's going to be like, look at this. Look what you did. I'm mad. Don't you want to hate me? Here's a tool to hate me with. All you have to do is like this. And then she'll see it and
Well,
be
she
like,
won't like it, but she doesn't like anything on Twitter.
I don't mean like. I mean
click the
like. I mean,
Enjoy?
I'm not capable of that.
Okay.
But something of a loose facsimile thereof. So yeah, let me know what I can do to help. I haven't logged into Twitter this month to check it. I just get the notifications and they scare the shit.
I love Liv Morgan! Tell me to stop.
Feel free to call him out in the chat or tell him to stop. Either one, he's going to keep doing
I'm
it.
just saying.
Hey Justin, whatever you do, don't do that again.
I love Liv Morgan!
That was my fault. I'm sorry, everybody.
Nathan, Dominion was this weekend. New Japan pay-per-view. I will say this. Everybody's... Okay. Ooh, I hate this. I hate the hyperbole in wrestling.
Uh-huh.
Because
The hyperbole.
amazing is getting thrown around.
Yeah, well, it's what happens.
And I mean, I get it. Backlash was
Nathan is worried.
butt. Right?
What's crazy is we haven't even like touched on WWE in like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, we've touched on it,
Purposefully.
but not the live programming, the week-to-week show.
Which is good.
More philosophy-based.
Yeah. And, no holds barred. That was really important last
That
week.
was very important that we talked about No Holds Barred. Like, I can't even find streams of it anywhere. The DVD's not available to buy. I'm pretty sure they're trying to erase it from history. I don't know why they were promoting that it was 29 years old. Like, in a year, it can run for Senate.
I'm in. I'll vote for No Holds
It's not
Barred.
a person. You can't vote for not a person.
I can't?
I don't know.
I can vote for anybody I want to. I'm an American.
Okay.
Just saying. You can't tell me who not to vote for.
If you vote for me, I'll vote for you.
So we'll each get one each?
I'm probably going to end up with 2, and you're not going to get any.
Oh.
Secret ballot, Justin. Oh, hi. What
New
was the plan?
New Japan
As opposed to old
Dominion.
Japan. Okay.
was this
As
weekend.
opposed to all Japan.
And the word amazing is getting thrown around. And I watched the whole thing. I was not amazed.
What? Wait, what?
I
Hold
was
on.
not amazed. Now, I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. It was arguably the best. If I remove Wrestle Kingdom and Royal Rumble from the equation, it was arguably the best pay-per-view of the year that I've seen, including WrestleMania.
It's okay.
I'll
let you finish your thought.
But
before I
amazing?
derail you.
I'm so sick of that word, and I'm so sick of awful getting thrown around. Backlash was not great, right?
Okay.
Backlash was not great. That one got panned fairly, I think. I think that it was fair to throw that one under the bus. But
at the same time, when you say that, you don't usually come from a realm of hatred, like, oh, they should all be fired and go away.
right.
I never want to see you again. I'm going to stop.
Bookers
I've canceled
writing-
my account with
Yeah. It just wasn't a good pay-per-view.
Right.
And it was I mean, we went over the reasons why.
Right.
Why does it why does it have to be amazing? Why couldn't it have just been good like it was? It was good. It was enjoyable. Why does it have to be amazing? And why do people have to dump on WWE to make the point that New Japan was good?
It's perspective of the nature of performance in general.
I hate, and I am an admitted WWE fanboy.
Okay.
I really do enjoy, whenever I get a chance to watch New Japan, I really do enjoy it. It's a good product.
Yeah.
But part of me wants to rebel against that every time I see somebody post something like WWE is garbage, New Japan is great, oh, it's amazing.
So I think that's the thing that both of us do. We both go in looking to enjoy, because
Yeah.
if I'm looking to be upset when I watch a program or enjoy, when I go into I guess that's the root of it. I go into enjoy. I don't go into hate. And I feel like most people go into specifically hate. And
Yeah, which is stupid.
Also makes me question, are you really watching it? Because if you're watching something that you hate, what are you doing to yourself,
What
dude?
a waste of time and energy.
Like, do anything else. Like, I got to tell you, there are weeks when I look at the weekly product and I don't revel in the fact that I'm not currently watching it. But there's weeks where I'm like, I got to do something else today. You know what? I'll watch recaps, and if I see something good that pops up in the recaps, I'll go back and I'll seek it out and I'll watch it, and it'll be fine.
Hey,
But-
Christopher Brown. Also, sorry.
No, by all means.
Please hold your thought. I love Liv Morgan.
It was important. It was important to get that out
You're
there.
welcome, Leslie.
Don't let that moment pass. Say what
Never
you
will.
really feel.
Always. Any chance I get.
Mhm.
Sorry, you were saying? You go in to enjoy.
I was trying to give you an awkward pause, but you're a master. Look at you. You're so good. Oh, hi, Justin. You're my favorite. You know what? Leslie's right. Justin is the best. He's out of science. I guess it's back to... No, I'm not going to make that joke. If you pulled up a can of religion right now, I'd be very happy. Nope, more science. All right.
I
good.
do love it like religion.
Okay.
It's a religious experience for me.
I don't want to know. It's going to start you.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I go in with the intent to enjoy.
Right.
And if I'm not in the mood to enjoy, I don't consume. It's almo-
Weird.
Is that an aberration in the way people think, or is that just the norm and what we hear and what we see mostly via social media with its low barrier of entry and low barrier of participation? The garbage people out. Because I got to tell you, if I'm not one to, maybe I'm just older. I think that's the thing. If I'm not one to enjoy something, I don't usually give it attention.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just like special attention, like, I didn't like that. I don't watch it, and I don't need to say that I didn't watch it. I got to tell you, that's become like the cool thing now is I didn't watch Raw, and guess what?
It was garbage.
I didn't watch Raw, and I enjoyed the product better now. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes too. I don't crow about it because why? Are you better because you didn't watch it? It also makes me. It's like I see that, and you know what? This is why I'm not allowed to participate in social media, Justin, because I lose steam with it because I realize the futility of it. But I kind of want to ask those people that say I didn't watch Raw and I like it better now because I didn't watch it. What'd you do? What'd you do that night?
Yeah.
I mean, you had 3 hours free. What'd you do? Curious.
Bitched about Raw.
You did. You
Twitter.
did. You made this post. I see it. I look at the timestamp. It's 10:14. You son of a bitch. And guess what? I know it's on in the background. I know it is. You might be doing something else, but I know it's on in the.
Not gonna say it there, because
Yeah,
that would
I'm
be
tr-
weird.
I'm trying to not curse.
Mm-hmm.
I did say sons of it. I did say that.
Leslie, it's not a competition. We can enjoy what we like without essing on the others. Just don't go online. Those people are the worst. I was about to get to that point because
What's up?
that's the biggest thing I have is New Japan is a good product.
Mhm.
Why even bring WWE up? Why not just this is great. You should watch this if you like wrestling.
Again, that feels like the perspective too. That's kind of like the baseline for the vast majority of American audience. And I would say this about products. You know who's the second in any market of products in any given field in any given line of products by who, if they acknowledge their competition in their advertising. A good product doesn't need to go out and say, "Yeah, we're the best, we're better than that." But I'm sure you see with cell phone carriers are usually the worst for it. Hey, look at our coverage; it's better than theirs, and it's cheaper than theirs, so it's good. Well, the fact that you had to compare yourself with them, I mean, I get what you're trying to do. What you're saying to me is they're good, and you're getting up there, you're climbing. No matter how good you say you are, if you're comparing yourself to the other one, you're never shooting past. You're always stuck at the very best right below it. And if you enjoy the New Japan and you have to compare to the WWE, you're fighting a losing battle. You're coming at the argument from a very weak position.
Yeah.
Hey, this is better than that. Oh, okay, cool.
Well, maybe I'll watch. I mean, that's what
I agree with you. It is very good. It is very good. But if you sell me on its merits alone, I find that better.
You know what?
And I always come back to Chikara because they're goddamn weirdos. Do they need to compare themselves to anybody else? No. They're also unlike anybody else.
Yeah.
And the less that they compare to, even though everybody's like been through there, the fact that they don't compare themselves to somebody else puts them in a class all their own. They're their own weird little world, all in and of themselves.
That's why New Japan doesn't need that. They are different.
Mhm.
They are way different. If you just watch the product, it is way different.
And you know what? I mean, that's a big thing that's kept the perception of WWE kind of on top and a massive target for people to take shots at because they usually, mind you, don't acknowledge anybody else.
Yeah.
Nothing else exists outside of their universe. Very, very particular words that they chose when they decided that's our branding, that's what we're going to do. There's the world, but we're the universe.
Yeah.
As far as wrestling goes, it all takes place in here. But there's a weird softening with that lately. And it hasn't, because you saw the weird up, down, down thing, right?
Yes.
You're going to get New Day versus
the Golden Elite.
The Golden Elite.
Minus Ibushi.
Yeah.
But yes.
Hey, I got to tell you something. Championship belts, those are great.
Mm-hmm.
That hug from Ibushi, that's the real championship right there.
Mm-hmm. Golden.
But I lost my train of thought.
Well, to your point.
Oh, good. You remembered it.
Do you know when I turned back to WWF in the Monday Night Wars?
I know exactly when. Because
Yeah.
it's when everybody did, and it's what the ratings reflected as well. As soon as they said, well, first of all, it was an interesting. It was when they pointed out, I guess Mick Foley's going to win their championship. That'll put butts in seats, right?
Yep.
It's something I may be paraphrasing, or I may have it exact and think I'm paraphrasing, but now I'm
That ought
unsure.
to
of
put
this.
butts in seats.
There you go.
Ha!
You know that was written there from read to like Ted. It was written in Ted Turner crayon. Read it, goddammit, read it.
We hear that Mick Foley is going to win. Who wrestled here as Cactus Jack is going to win their championship. That ought to put butts in seats.
Okay, look.
Well,
And the
definitely changed the channel.
and the beauty of that as a teaching moment, they immediately elevated the other product by having to compare themselves to it. Even if you are better, and the argument can be made either way which one was better.
Right.
And which one was it depends on what you're looking for. It depends on what you're looking for in a performance as to what you're going to find to be better. As soon as they said that, it was over. They ruined the magic of it because they had a good angle going into it of we're live. Yeah, we don't pre-tape. We're live.
Yeah.
You're watching live. Anything can happen. Sid's going to break his leg. It's going to be weird.
Go home! Oh, go home!
Okay. Hello? Why was he on the top rope? What are you doing?
I hope we can talk about that every week because that's like 3 weeks straight, I think.
Justin, I plan on talking about it forever.
Go home! Oh, God! Road Warrior Animal is in the main event. Why?
Look, if I'm forced, if I'm coerced to put together these Liv Morgan clips, believe me, I'm throwing that in there too. Go home.
I love Liv Morgan.
Go home. Go home. That'll be on the end just for me. I'll be happy for that. Oh, I thought you were doing the side bit. I wanted to do the side bit.
No. But that was when I turned back to WWF.
Exactly.
And it just...
I understand the desire to want to compare the products because these exist and they're similar, but let them be. You can let them be different, and you know what? You'll enjoy them a lot better.
Yeah.
If you go into WWE going, oh, it's not like New Japan, it's gonna feel like garbage.
Yep.
If you go into New Japan going, oh, colorful characters, nobody here has a second job. Same the wrestling I grew up with. You're gonna have a bad time. If you're an old timer, you're coming in with, this ain't the wrestling I grew up with. This is too fast paced and simple story. Yeah, you're gonna have a bad time. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm just saying sometimes if you're looking to really enjoy something, you have to shelve your opinions and accept art and performance for what it is in that moment. Does it live up to the standards you'd like it to? Maybe not. But it's what they're putting out there, and you could choose to enjoy it and consume it or not. And if I don't put the energy into hating it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, again, when Backlash wasn't good, we talked about why it wasn't.
Mm-hmm. And but I mean, we also came out of it with, I hope that gets better.
Yeah.
And there's redevelopments on the mostly scheduling part of it, scheduling and structure of just storytelling in general. That I think it's gonna get better. Think it's gonna get better. But that being said, New Japan is a thing all on its own.
So they had the Dominion.
They had.
So you basically got to watch like highlights essentially.
Mostly, yeah.
Because I mean, I want to say this was like a close to 5-hour deal.
Jesus, dude.
I watched it in 5 separate parts.
Mm-hmm.
The first 4 I watched, which took me to like through the first 10-15 of Omega Okada 4.
Okay.
And then the last hour was the rest of Omega Okada 4.
So I guess you'll have a better feel for the flow of the show. Like,
well, New Japan always does that great. The presentation of the product is outstanding on New Japan. It's all centered on the ring. It's got a great flow. There is hardly any BS in between matches. They pretty much just go.
Yeah.
All the matches get a little time to breathe, which sometimes is not a great thing. That is one thing I do like about WWE is I do like shorter matches sometimes.
Sometimes. Depends on what you're going in for, and you have to go match by match and story by story. What works for it? Sometimes short is good.
You know, in a lot of these matches, I had no investment in because I didn't know the characters or the wrestlers, and when they came in, nothing about them was anything I cared about. So, I mean, the first match was El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. It says versus Roppongi 3K, but it wasn't. Unless, because I know Rocky Romero was there.
Yeah, they've got the.
Are they 3 members?
No. This is like the next generation of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so,
it's weird.
Okay, so it was the other 2 cats.
Word.
And Rocky Romero he cornered them. Yeah,
right.
Nothing major to
Kick
report
off.
here.
Did it have at least a fun little energy going into it?
Yeah.
Did they have like a lot of like weird pre-show stuff where it was like build up? Here's what the whole card's gonna be, and then here's the show, or did it like kick right into action?
I kind of skipped over that stuff.
But it had a little segment out for it.
something,
Okay,
yeah.
a little intro to the show.
Right.
I'm just curious mostly about the formatting because again, when I go back and watch them, I end up watching pretty much just matches, and I always feel bad for that because I usually like. Christ, I'm gonna say it again. I usually like a nice package. Everyone's heard that about me. But I like that setup for just, hey, here's the story. We're ramping up the story, ramp, and then it gets to the actual physicality, and I'm like, meh.
I didn't have 5 hours. I didn't have 6 hours.
Dude,
whatever it was.
Who does? But they did a fantastic job of making it go, hey, you didn't watch live, you missed.
Yeah.
You might want to pay attention next time, huh?
You know who I'm really, really, really starting to love, and he's in this next match?
Who's that?
Juice Robinson.
Of course you love him, Juice.
He's really turning up. starting to see a little bits of the Moonchild, and I believe he's going by the flamboyant Juice Robinson.
This is fine.
Yeah.
But he's sitting behind a language barrier, so he's performing more.
Yeah.
Like, what can I do other than words? I'm not going to come out and just promo and build with intensity with my word choice and stuff. It's no, I have to act and mime it out in order to get myself across like that. And he's absolutely done a good job of saying, hey, here are the tools I need to use to get this job done, and he's getting the job done.
Yeah. And he's teaming with David Finlay, and it's a real oddball teaming, but it works. Apparently, they're on a win streak here, and basically, this is their U.S. title picture because they took on Jay White, Switchblade Jay White, and Yoshihashi, and Juice Robinson getting the pin on Jay,
setting up the.
Well, it looked so. Dave Finlay has wrestled, according to Kelly, Jay White twice for the U.S. Championship and lost. And he's getting another match, but with Juice getting the win, it looks like Juice might be stepping into as the next challenger for the U.S. Championship.
So you've built the top of that division, right? In one match, you've done to excel the storytelling in that division.
Again, nothing major happening in this match. It was good, serviceable.
But again, this is still in like a kind of warm up time-ish.
Right.
You led with the junior heavyweight tag match, which is like, hey, this is important, and then you're coming down to, hey, now we're starting to build up the pace a little bit.
Do you like people slugging?
Look,
lots of hitting,
dude. New Japan very well known for quite a bit of strong style. Yeah, their stuff looks like it hurts because it hurts. That's why it looks that way. Yeah, those tables look like they hurt, don't they? Jesus Christ!
I don't know what that is.
Oh God! But yeah, man, there's a whole nother level of fighting and hurting. Because the teams in the next match were we had Suzuki Gun versus Chaos, Minoru Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr. And even though he's on the other side of the planet, I live in fear of Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah, don't you?
Because goddamn, dude,
him and Ishii back and forth. Oh my God.
I you know what I don't know how to make Minoru Suzuki not scary. Like he puts on a suit and I'm like, God, no. He's in trunks. Oh, you got that one clip with him on the bicycle. Oh, picture him as a child. Oh, here he is as a handsome young lion. Oh, there's nothing I don't fear about the man. It's fantastic.
What's that liquid coming out on the floor?
Piss myself.
Unreal.
I really thought I spilled my coffee, you jerk. I was looking for it, like,
Zack Sabre Jr., watching him be... I mean, he always dissects.
Yeah.
But watching him do it, again, like, with the backdrop of two sluggers, it was just an interesting dynamic.
Yeah. And it's just... There's a lot of evil. Well, not evil. Evil's in a later match.
There, yeah.
And then there's Toru Yano.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Just wonderful. But yeah, that's just...
We're about to get to one of my favorite parts of the evening.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, well, okay. You know what? I jump right into it because not a lot of weird multi-man matches, like 3-ways or 4-ways in New Japan. But for the Never Openweight Championship, Goto, Tai Chi, and Elgin. And...
Okay, so...
We have our
I still want to hate Elgin.
We still have qualms about Elgin because
God
of...
damn it, he's still so good.
Sucks.
I hate it. And now he's all fit.
Really?
Yeah, he like shed like 40 pounds and he's looking all ripped apart.
I found them. They're mine now.
Like he's going just trunks now.
Really?
Yeah. And he's
That's
all
terrifying.
Yeah, he's all torn apart and like and good. I hate it. Stop being good.
Well,
be bad. I want to hate you.
Well, here's the thing. The vast majority of artists are probably garbage people.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I am, and I ain't even that good. So there's that. We just happen to know. We just happen to have documentation on Elgin. So it's like, But I remember, I saw your little notes as you're watching it. You got some weird love for Tai Chi?
He's great!
Okay. I want you to describe for me what you dig about this dude.
Okay, well...
Okay.
How much do I love character work?
You very much enjoy character work. That's why Goldust will always have a space in your heart.
He's always going to be one of... Oh, Facebook stopped our video. Why? I'm just refreshing here to make sure, because that would suck.
That would suck.
I mean, it looks like it's still live. Okay. Well, sorry if you can get on over to the YouTube to watch the rest of this. I don't know. It looks like we're still on there.
Yeah, we just stop moving. We're very almost inert at times. Our mouths usually keep going, but you remember WrestlePals freeze frame? That was the best, wasn't it? The best part of that was me reaching over to try to click it, and you watch my eyes just go, We go home now. It's 3 a.m. Jesus Christ. What are we doing? We're in downtown Norfolk. We're going to die.
All right. So
Tai Chi. Sell me on Tai Chi. You don't have to, but please do.
Because you know how great he is. So, first of all, he has a great valet.
Again, you know when they're always good. When the language barrier means nothing if your character is good enough.
Yep.
And guess what?
So he comes out basically dressed as the Phantom of the Opera.
Mm-hmm. That's been his thing.
With a mic stick, like not even a full stand, like a mic stick with a microphone on it. And just carrying it around. He's got a valet. He's playing a cowardly heel. So, like, he's ducking out of the ring and trying to get cheap pinfalls. It's simple.
Coward and opportunist.
I like it, man. You don't get a lot of that in New Japan. I mean, the Skrull did it at Wrestle Kingdom, but
Skrull brings that in with him. That's part of who he is, what he is, and how he got to where he's at.
Right, and Juice Robinson, he's showing character, but again, he has to because he's not Japanese.
Right.
Tai Chi. I mean, it's the same thing I loved about Nakamura, like just exuding like this bigger than life character. Now, obviously, he's not at that level, but
but he's still
somebody to watch.
He's still at the very least a minor anime villain.
Yes,
which is fantastic. Play into it, steer into it, be a goddamn cartoon. Guess what? You don't get to do that at a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
You don't get to go in and say, you know what I'm going to be? I'm going to be weirdly flamboyant. Also, I'm going to wear a mask today.
Hello, Ellie.
Only for a little bit. And then I'm going to take it off and I'm going to get half naked and run around with dudes and stuff. That's a good job. That's a good job.
It's fun.
Well, he's decided to make the most of it.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I got to fight a dude. But I'm going to look fantastic doing it. Hold on, I'm posing. I'm done now. Thank you.
Elgin wins, which bummed me out. I wanted Tai Chi to win.
Yeah.
But he's a bad guy, so I shouldn't have been rooting for him.
That's what you get.
That's what I get.
That's what you get.
But it looks like maybe it might be going that way because his little valet lady all over Elgin. Like he uses her as a weapon, essentially, like that.
Wait, what?
Like he sent, yeah.
Tai Chi's using her as a weapon?
Kind of. Okay. It seems like maybe that's part of the story. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention.
So we could potentially be leading into an Elgin Tai Chi program?
I'm in.
I like it.
I'm in.
Especially Elgin ends up being the big old baby face, right? And yeah, I mean, it's vicious and brutal and big. So how do you counter that? Chicken shit heel.
That's right, baby.
Ever opportunistic, ready to use any advantage he has at his disposal against him. Please don't break your phone.
I'd like to not break my phone.
Because that's where your picture of Liv is. Ew.
What'd you say about my picture of I think this is the
I
same
questioned
one
your
from last
commitment,
week.
Justin.
I think this is the same one from last week.
I'd remember I'd remember the tongue hanging out. You had the tongue hanging out one on there.
Why is this happening?
Is that just for you? Is it secret photos? Am I looking at your secret photos?
You mean this one?
You've got 2 minutes. Okay, there you go.
Commitment.
Let me just take a look at that one. See, look, I looked at that and I didn't even think of a single ghoulish thought.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's almost as if she's a human being.
That's so weird, isn't it?
It's weird.
God, why is this happening?
All right.
Why?
So Elgin is the first, and it starts a crazy trend for the night. New Japan. If you look at the champions today, a lot of non-Japanese individuals.
Yeah, dude.
Carrying a lot of belts.
Omega even says something about it later.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
All right. Oh,
Actually, he said it the next day.
yeah. I want your dirt on it. Save your dirt.
Mhm.
Be sure to bring that dirt. I need that dirt. Next match after that, right into it. This is Young Bucks have officially moved up into the heavyweight division. I can't do it. I'm neither young nor am I a buck, and I'm not even Generation Me. Ugh. You want me to? Do I have to do it too? Is that the only way to get you? For Christ's sake. There we go.
What are you doing?
Nothing. You're right. I'm sorry.
Are we generation? Ugh.
Generation Ugh. It's the best. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Well, I'm trying not to curse.
Okay.
Your edgy Christian had to think about that once when they were talking about the Young Bucks.
Oh, the old
Yeah, they were the old Fs.
Fs.
Yeah. It's like, God damn it, that's too funny. That sounds like some dumb stuff we'd say. That makes me happy. Now I can't say it. Just, ow! Look, when
doing?
you Young Bucks versus Los Ingobernables de Japón.
Yeah, baby.
Ingobernables.
The good guys.
The good guys?
Well, sort of.
They are. Whatever.
But
Look,
well,
okay.
see, because the Bucks are moving towards the good. Like
They're
in this
tweening. They're
match,
tweening like crazy.
yeah, but in this match, the Bucks were the good guys.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where I like delved into the highlight stuff. And first of all, can we compliment Sonata on his matching giant mohawk and weird beard? I love Sonata. Sonata's my favorite.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm pretty tall. I need to be a foot taller. Comb that hair straight up. Sonata's the best. And everything he does just looks weirdly effortless. Like he's just, I don't think,
Tranquilo?
I don't, one could say, one could say. It doesn't look like he runs or anything. He's like aggressive, but he just looks like he kind of floats like, that son of a bitch haunts the ring. It's great.
And
And
his
it-
tag team partner is evil.
Oh, he is? What's his name?
Evil.
Oh, that sounds bad.
It's his name.
Evil's the best.
Yeah.
He's going to get that finisher off one day.
Maybe.
Just watch like all the highlights. Every highlight is him not doing the thing. But oh god, my favorite little spot in the match. First of all, Young Bucks playing that tweener to almost face-ish role, selling back injuries, selling leg injuries. Jesus, and like the one springboarding off the top rope and just collapses, but then still making the dive in to break up the pin. Amazing turn stuff happening there, and Sonata's got that. What is that? Like a dragon sleeper, where he like, has them folded back and not only like lifts them up, but like spins them around. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, dude.
It's just a vicious looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Young Bucks are gonna be great, whatever. But I feel bad kind of taking that for granted. But Evil and Sonata have been just they've.
It sucks that their reign was so short.
They're weirdly disparate, but at the same time, they're just something about them fits so good. And I the best things are the ones you can't really pinpoint, but you know are there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just something magical and fun about them. I could see either one of them. Almost like when the Golden Lovers got back together, I almost felt bad. It's like, oh man, we're losing Ibushi and Omega in the singles ranks. I felt kind of bad about Sonata and Evil going in and pursuing the tag championships because, like, oh man, we're gonna lose them as singles competitors, especially after Evil did great in the friggin' G1 thing. I was like, oh my god. Okay. But they've been fun to watch, and I'm glad they got a nice little run with it. But
It wasn't long, and they beat the hell out of the Bucks.
yeah,
They beat the hell out of the Bucks.
and it wasn't necessarily even as an evil or bad guy team. It was just, no, we're fiercest competitors you're
Yeah.
gonna have out here. I am gonna do this thing, crush, but I'm a good guy kinda, but whatever. I'm here to compete.
Yeah.
As the Bucks are on like a weird redemption story.
Now, again, very good match. I am officially over my I don't get the Young Bucks phase. Officially over it. Yeah,
Okay, tell
yeah.
me.
Well, you know, I
Something in this match did it for you,
no,
or
no.
just you've had a turn in
it
general?
happened at, I think at Wrestle Kingdom, or maybe it was the ROH show late last year, where I was like, oh, okay, I get what they're doing now. And then,
they're brothers, right? Okay, gotcha.
but again, somebody said, if you don't think that the Young Bucks are the best tag team in the world after watching this, then you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, what did you? I mean, I get it was a great story. It was a really good match, but nothing about that screams the Young Bucks are the best tag team in the world.
The Dominion show?
Yeah.
When did it happen?
Again, I hate that.
It's awesome. It's
a really great match.
That gets back to the thing. It's perspective of performance. It's the newest thing, and it just happened, so it's going to be front of mind. It's going to be amazing. I mean, somebody comes right out of a movie theater.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. Unless they're kind of assholes. No. I don't like the editing was bad. I don't know if I like the soundtrack. Calm down. You come out of the theater, enjoy it because you went in there to enjoy. I don't blame them for thinking, oh, it's the most amazing match ever. Good. I'm glad you feel that way. I hope that gets you excited for the next one. So when it comes around, you feel the exact same way.
Right.
Because if you can feel that way, like that, you just witnessed the best thing that's ever happened. Fantastic for you. I'm very, very happy for you. But your perspective is a little more broader.
I still have to give love to the Usos.
You put it in context of how long you've been watching wrestling.
Yeah.
30-some years.
Probably
at this
about
point?
32-ish.
Yeah, ish. Yes.
Somewhere around there.
Had a couple years of good, and then it's all been down since I started walking. Everything went bad. Maybe I should have kept walking. Maybe when I stopped, that was my problem. I don't know. Anyway,
I'll leave that. There's no need to get into
no,
that
it's okay.
negativity.
Look, if they just don't register for you, do you like them?
I enjoy them.
No. Easy now. You're getting defensive on me. Don't get hot. Ease up. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I love Liv Morgan.
There it is. That's what he knows. What I wanted. It's great. Hold on, I have to act like I'm upset. What the hell are you doing? Stop that. Did you like the style they were working more this time with the whole baby faces in trouble, just barely overcoming?
Did I like it more?
The crazy diving saves. Oh my! Are you coming around? Style? Does it feel like it fits with them good?
I like that they make the leap into the.
They made a lot of leaps.
They make the leap into the heavies, and they start telling more story.
Okay.
I mean, it's
they feel like
underdog
they've had to,
story.
They feel like they've had to step up their game for.
Yeah,
and
I like that.
What that
I
does,
like that they can.
What that does is it doesn't crap on the junior heavyweight champion or junior heavyweight division, but it builds up the heavyweight division.
Mm-hmm.
It's hey, we're the best that has ever ever held the championship in the junior heavyweight division. We want to move up. Oh my God, it's so brutal here, and they had to leave out of the title scene of the junior heavyweights at some time before moving up.
Yeah,
they give credence to that, and then they move up here, and they lend credence to this division by having to overcome.
I like that they can do that. I like that this proves to me that they're a better team than I even wanted to give them credit for.
Good,
best in the world. I haven't seen enough, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
We need more context too, and I'm like I said, we come from perspectives of packages and building for several weeks before you get to something. When we consume New Japan, it's more about we're there, and here it is. What?
I'm not saying the chat is asking me to do something here.
No, they're not.
I'm not saying.
It's not.
I'm just saying it says high noon. I love Liv Morgan.
I don't think you got a good breath before that one. It's like you sounded a little.
Let me try this one.
Well, hold on. Should you stretch first? I feel like I gotta get symmetry with you, but your arm's like way higher.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Ever get the feeling of deja? I love Liv Morgan.
Hey guys.
Huh?
Somebody back here love Liv Morgan?
Wait, let me raise it lower. That's me. I love Liv Morgan.
Let me raise
so
it
much
lower.
so that I'm gonna do this. I love Liv Morgan.
Just checking.
Gotcha, Matt. You all right?
I felt an unearthly presence. Was there a ghost in here? Was Sonata a little hot? The heated? Getting a little upset?
Got a little hot.
Okay, I
We were
understand.
talking about the Young Bucks. That's what happens. You get a little hot, like Cornette.
I'm sure he's mad. But he was gonna be mad. That's what he gets. That's what he gets over on.
Yep.
You know what the beauty of Cornette is? Is he's taken the weird kind of misplaced and unproductive anger of the internet, and he just said, "Nah, that's my bit," and then he does it, but he moves something along with it. He gets you talking about people, and he gets you talking about him. So what are you gonna do? Be mad at that?
No.
Good for him. It's like, hey, I was sitting at home. Guess what? Still relevant. All right, cool, man. That's pretty sweet. I wish I could be relevant in somebody's back room. Wait. Nope, still irrelevant. Justin.
Nathan.
After that,
Where do we go next?
we had the ultimate battle of good versus evil. Bullet Club of Cody, Hangman Page, and Marty Scurll versus the goodest people who've ever gooded.
This is the
in
most
the history-
babyface team I've ever seen in my life.
Have you ever seen anything more like? I want them all to come over to dinner, and I will actually cook something nice for them, and I want them to have a good time. Like when they leave, I want them to go, "That was nice. We should do that again," because we should. The biggest, just happy, fun, can't go wrong. Good guy, Tanahashi. How do you top that? How do you top Tanahashi as
can't.
ultimate babyface
You
good
can't,
guy?
man. It's impossible.
Hold on, let's open up history and fish out the most amazing, Jushin Thunder Liger.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ!
Okay, but
He's
that's-
got the thing. It's the thing. He's here. It's amazing. Oh my God! How could you ever possibly this represents all that is good and righteous in Japanese wrestling that's ever happened. I'm so glad to see good in Japanese wrestling represented.
No way it doesn't get any gooder.
Let's add international flavor. We need somebody good from somewhere else in the world. Who's one of the most recognizable people in the world? I don't know. Rey Mysterio Jr.
What?
I didn't sell this hard enough. I'm sorry. I should have.
Making his New Japan debut.
What's up?
Unreal. The most babyface team of babyface teams ever.
I get the feeling like he just said, "Hey Jericho,
Hook a brother up.
what's up, dude?" and to which Jericho's just like,
Got you.
I
Got you, fam.
I got you. You know what? I could hear him saying that, especially with that weird eye makeup thing that he had on. No. Put your tongue out.
No.
Put your goddamn tongue out right now. Don't do it that way. I want to see this.
I'm just reading the chat.
Or the fruit in the front. As record. I hope it's low sugar. It's nothing but sugar. I want to hear it clinking on your teeth. Go ahead. ASM, are you kidding me? Stop it.
Nathan.
What? Shut up.
Comb your hair. Let's comb your hair.
What? No. Wait, did I hear that wrong? What did you ask? What do you want?
We're going to comb your hair.
We're not going to comb my hair.
Yes, we are.
What hair?
Then we're going to shave your head.
Has there been a shaving ASMR? There has to have been some shaving ASMR.
I'm sure.
I get scared. Start talking about stuff like that. Matt might bust in again. Hey! I don't know. That's my Matt impression. Hey. Hey, I live here. I don't get to go home. I'm there. Whatever. It's not a good impression. I act like I didn't see that.
See what?
I'm going to catch you, and I'm going to grab your goddamn tongue. I'm telling you. So
What's
just be ready
next?
for Ultimate
Bullet
Evil
Club
versus
wins, right?
Ultimate Good. Cartoon versus goddamn cartoon. This is Saturday morning at its Saturday morning cartoons at its best. You know, the USA Cartoon Express is wrapping up. Soul Train ain't quite on yet. You got Bullet Club versus they didn't give a name to that team, but however you say the Ultimate Good, all that is righteous and good in the world. In Japanese, that would be the name of the goddamn team. And they got beat.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine. Bullet Club establishing dominance. Everybody gets to feel good about happy, fun time, good dudes being good dudes. Good for them. And that, I feel, ends the beginning portion of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got...
Holy H, it's already 10 o'clock.
We've
No
got...
timestamps.
Before we... do you want to jump out before we get into the top of the whatever? Do you need to... Okay. No, he's doubling down on the science.
this hour brought to you by would you like some? It's the cherry lime.
No, I'm fine. I had the mango guava.
Fine. It's good.
I hate mango
Mine's out. My store is out.
of Zions.
It's out of everything but cherry lime right now.
It's not bad. Like, you can't go wrong. There's only like 3 flavors available. I feel like we're actually doing a promo for them. This is terrible. The cherry lime's good. The what was it? Frostberry Blast.
Frostberry Blast is good.
That what it's really called? I thought I was making that shit up.
Mm-mm.
I said the S word. And then the mango guava. It was like sitting in the middle. It was like a different colored can. I was like, I don't like mango, but I'm gonna try it. And I was like, this
Good.
isn't like overly weirdly syruply mango, and I enjoyed it. Nope, he's dying.
Syruply?
Syruply. It wasn't super mango, and I enjoyed that. It was good.
Glad to hear it, Nathan. Glad
Yeah.
to hear it.
So getting to the 3 mains, and I go ahead and give this credence as a main because, god damn it, like going through mostly highlights and breaking stuff down. This is the one I want to go back and I want to go back and watch all 3 of these.
Mm-hmm.
But most specifically, I want to go back and watch this. This is the Takahashi versus Ospreay
Mm-hmm.
for the Junior Heavyweight Championship, which feels like it. He's so goddamn good. Look, dude. Look, dude. Okay,
How great of a moniker is Ticking Time Bomb, by the way? I love that.
it's the best because he's gonna blow up on you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he's got a cat. Oh, does he seem harmless and a little aloof? Cool. Start the match.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's go over to this ramp and fly off of it for a half hour.
He was actually working a more babyface style here, which was weird.
And you know what? It was fantastic. Because it's against Ospreay, who's going to hurt you.
Well, Ospreay should be a babyface,
I guess.
but he was not working it.
Nah,
he was
dude.
working
He
a
was
super methodical, slow.
he was punishing,
Picking him apart.
and the
Lots of peas.
like just the body control of the 2 dudes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff they're doing, it's like you could see what they're doing and seeing like I couldn't imagine either one of these people doing this with anybody else other than who they're in the match with. It felt crafted and perfect. This wasn't, hey, here's a Hiromu style and here's Ospreay style, and here they're no. This was them getting together and crafting it, and it felt really good.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, there's just a lot of painful stuff, especially the ramp. This is the one that used the ramp the most.
Yeah.
Lots of dives off and over and on and flippy garbage. Oh my god, just everything looked so goddamn painful.
Yeah.
Everything looked so painful. I don't know how to describe it other than that. It's just, dude.
That's about the gist of it.
And like you said, Ospreay. Ospreay isn't usually thought of as like a big giant dude, and this is the junior heavyweight thing. But for junior heavyweight, he's looking like a big friggin' monster.
I'm wondering if that means he's moving on up.
I mean, he very well could.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like he's grown into that,
Mm-hmm.
and his presence reflects it.
Yeah.
He's gone from I'm a high flyer, I do the high fly stuff, to it's like 2 steps below Ivan Drago. Just I have a feeling he's gonna break someone, and he tried.
He tried.
He tried.
He
a
tried
lot.
his damnedest.
Jesus,
sure.
dude. Just some of the reversals and some of the flips are just how these 2 dudes don't end up hurt. And this is, I think this was the match where I first started seeing it, where they were doing the weird hard pressed buckle bomb thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like a Death Valley driver into the turnbuckles.
Mm-hmm.
And New Japan has those like long like boxing ones.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, it looks so good and so vicious. I really hope, you know how weirdly it's like some of the most dangerous stuff is some of the most safest?
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's one of the most safest things because it looks like one of the most devastating goddamn things.
One can only hope.
I will never know. And
Nope.
I appreciate the dudes that are happy to do it for me for my weird entertainment. But goddamn, dude, this match looked vicious. And like, you expect a lot of high flying going into something billing itself as junior heavyweight, but dude, you can't tell me there wasn't a lot of just viciously strong style stuff on top of it.
Oh yeah.
These is anytime you go into it, and at one point you have to question yourself, like, I think they really hate each other. There was a level of that with this, and like you said, Takahashi's like more babyface in this, and it was so. he can do it so good. He's been weirdly aloof. He feels like he feels like a weird alternate universe kind of Bray Wyatt, where it's like, yeah, we realize he's off and weird, but we kind of like him.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna like him anyway. Yeah, he's weird. We like this guy, and then all of a sudden, you get
He has
to like
a cat.
him. Well, no, he has a stuffed cat that was murdered, brought back to life, and has started a family.
Good for him.
Well, I mean, I guess. I don't know.
You hating on
Daryl? No, I'm
you
fine
hating
with
on
Daryl.
cat families?
Maybe.
We don't take too kindly to that here at
I'm
hashtag
sorry.
WrestlePals.
I'm sorry. I think I might be getting a cat. I don't want a cat.
No one wants cats.
No, they all want cats.
Everybody, we have a cat. I don't want a cat.
Yeah, but I think I'm getting a cat.
I want a dog, but I can't have a dog.
I don't want a dog, but I don't think I want a cat. But I think I'm okay. It's beside the point. We'll talk later.
All right.
Tell me the bad stuff about having a cat.
All of it.
Okay, I gotta write that down.
Mhm.
All in. When is that? September?
September 1st.
What were we talking about?
Oh, Don Callis, all in.
Should be.
At the end of the match, of the Young Bucks match, the Bucks come over and go, "What are you doing September 1st?" And he's like, let me check. Nothing. Are you all in? I'm all in. I got
Wonderful.
booked, kid.
Fantastic.
Re-
How do you like Callis calling?
I don't like Kelly as much, but I like Callis. I think
Yeah.
Callis is good. I don't like. I don't know what it is about Kevin
Does
Kelly.
he feel uniquely New Japan?
Callis?
Yeah. Or does he feel like they
He
brought somebody in?
He feels worldly.
Yeah.
Like he feels like he could fit in anywhere.
I feel like they belong there though. I really feel like I was worried that they were going to have kind of a transient announce team, like there's going to be a lot of ins and outs. It's like, oh, we can get Jim Ross for this week. Cool, Jim Ross is great.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather you have your own announcers, and I feel like those dudes have made themselves the New Japan announcers.
Mhm.
I'm fine with them being the English voices of New Japan wrestling, and it's good. It's good. It's not. I don't feel. It fits. I like it.
I don't dislike it. I'll say it that way. It's not bad enough to throw me off. My enjoyment.
Are they
so.
spending the whole matches selling other shit?
No.
Are they calling the match in hand?
Yes.
Are they more worried about putting themselves over than the matches in
No.
hand? All right, that's all I ask.
Yep.
That's all I want. That makes me happy. Did anybody say boss time?
No.
Okay.
Well,
so, maybe.
No.
But if they did, it would have been snarkily.
In jest. Yes.
Ingest what? Take a drink. The drink. Cool. Takahashi wins.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I love that. It's like for real. Like when I first started like toying around with New Japan a little bit, like, hey, maybe I should start learning these people. That was the first like character that I was like, I like this guy. He's a weirdo. Go figure. But he stands out in a sea of greatness. This is somebody that's weirdly unique, and I dig it. It's good stuff. So that gets us into our co-mains here.
Yes. And they were every bit co-main.
Like I said, I feel like this is a three-way main, man, because I'm going to give more credence to the Takahashi Ospreay match than it probably should have had. I mean, it should have been a quarter main or a semi main, but nah, man, I feel like it's way up there. It got like time wise, it got 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I got more time than Naito Jericho. Naito and Jericho may have been more vicious in that 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's 20 long minutes of letting you breathe, letting you be an amazing event. And you could tell that the two performers put everything into it to make it uniquely theirs. Two other men aren't going to have that same match.
Nope.
All right, so then we get into Jericho and Naito.
Yes.
And Jericho.
A clockwork Jericho.
Yep.
The Alpha Jericho is nutso. And I like it.
Look, Jericho has always been a talker.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure.
Yeah. Right?
Like he comes on the scene, and who's he got to talk against? The McMahons, Austin, Rock, everybody. Guess what he does? Talks.
Yeah.
He'll talk him to death because he can,
Mm-hmm.
and he does. And I swear to God, he could he could just pull out of a fishbowl a catchphrase, and he's like, give him like 2 weeks, he'll make that shit work.
Mm-hmm.
You just made the list?
It worked.
Stupid idiot.
You know what happens?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yay! Yay! Oh, God, even back in the day, Trash Bag Ho.
Yes.
Hey, guess what?
Jerichoholic.
Break
Rock
the
and
walls
Rolla.
down.
Ayatollah.
Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla. Everything. Everything the man says. Fantastic. But he's going into a realm where... is English talking going to work here? I'll be damned if he ain't going to make it work.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep talking.
I like how it's again, Alpha seems to be a click off. It's like List Jericho went nuts because you see what happens? Like he's repeating that. Like every time he's putting Naito through a table or anytime he delivers something vicious. You see what happens?
He's punctuating everything physically amazing that he does with character.
Yep.
That makes everything that much more impactful. Almost as if he's a taunting before makes all of a sudden a move hurt harder. I don't know why. Speaking of tables, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right.
Like they just... I want to see Naito versus Jericho in an IKEA I Quit match. Just destroying everything. Because they destroyed tables. Like, is every table in Japan made out of oak?
I don't know,
For
man.
Christ's sake, dude.
I don't know.
Like, just... Please don't. Please don't. Don't do that. Because then damn, dude. Like, Naito... First of all, the Clockwork Jericho, I really liked it. Something looks off and, like, not perverted about him, but weirdly...
He's wearing pants. He's wearing pantaloons. Like, not tights. He's not wearing trunks. He's wearing pants. Like, leather pants.
And weirdly shirtless at the same time. And, again, it doesn't feel like... It feels like this is like a weird post-apocalyptic Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Like something happened really bad that made him who he is. Because he used to be nice. Like you say, the click off. It's not... It's the same person, but something horrible has happened.
Yeah.
And he was on the perimeter of it, and it's affected him. It didn't happen to him, but it happened near enough to him that, oh, this son of a bitch has been irradiated. Oh, look what happened. He's weirdly melting, and he's become a bad person.
The only thing...
And he hates tables.
Yeah. The only thing I wish is because he appeared at Raw 25, and he appeared at GER.
With a Alpha shirt on. Alpha
Yes,
Club
he
shirt
did.
on. Good for him.
No, absolutely. But they wrote him into Raw 25 as List Jericho, and he was a good guy at GER. And, I'm asking for continuity in a worldwide realm.
If anyone can do it.
Well, he can, but he didn't get to.
I feel like he was playing by the rules a little bit there.
That's
Which is,
exactly what happened.
He's keeping good relations with everybody. He's like, no, I'm going to go do this now. But this is like you breaking up with Bailey. You still kept it on good terms. A little weird, but it's okay.
Well, Jericho's
It's okay.
always going to be a WWE guy.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what.
But he can also go anywhere he wants, and he's always welcome back.
Yep.
And he seems like a dude that's straightforward with it, too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go do this. I'm
He
not
goes
going
right
behind
to
your back.
Vince.
Also, I'm not going to wait for a contract and then badmouth you and then go do something else. Again, trying to get my brand over on your brand. Oh, they're terrible. They're awful. Well, cool. You were there for forever. So what does that say about you? So many guys do that. It's like I immediately feel like their stock drops immediately. But you see some guys that go out there and it's like, well, I guess I'm just going to have to be a better me now. And they're great. See Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
It's
See
fantastic.
Drew, see Cody Rhodes, see Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that Jericho's doing this again, proving that because
He doesn't have to be ex-WWE superstar. No, he's Chris goddamn Jericho.
Yeah. I'd put his 2 matches at New Japan this year up against arguably everything he's done at WWE all the way back to 19 maybe.
And the beauty is he's had the time to do those things.
Yeah.
And he's had the more freedom. And I really feel like he's tweaked it. He took this as a challenge. Like, be uniquely, I want to say American, but I guess not. Be uniquely Western. And he just cranks it the hell up.
Yeah. Do you... this is me thinking way too deep.
No, it's fine.
Do you think that part of this is to help speed Omega along with his goals? in New Japan so he can come sign. I'm just saying.
This is one of those ones where everybody in the room kind of avoids eye contact and just shrugs a little. I don't know.
Because, I mean,
I'm not allowed to think of those things.
a couple months later, here Omega is top of the company. Just saying. I don't know what else he wants to do. He says he's got a lot more to do. We'll get there. But
Oh, I want to hear all this stuff.
I loved this match.
Naito doesn't get his clothes off, and he wrestles like half the match in a tight suit.
When you say wrestle, like he mostly got the hell beat out of him.
Yeah.
I actually like this better than Jericho Omega. I thought this was a better match.
It feels like a better fit character-wise, too.
Yeah.
Nutso schizophrenic monster versus, hey, I'm capable of horrible things, but hey.
Tranquilo.
Do I have to? All right. Here we go. It's just a weird juxtaposition of characters. Sometimes the right person can bring the right things out of the right people. And when it's magic is when two people do it to each other.
I think that's why.
Cut that bit out.
Again, that's part of why I think this was better. Because
this has been I've been waiting for that kind of Naito feud.
Exactly.
I didn't get the same kind of like magic from Naito and
Okada.
Yeah.
Now
it was good.
I thought,
but I felt character-wise it was not a mismatch, and not that they're not on the same level.
Yeah.
It's just I wasn't as involved with their characters as much.
I think Naito Okada was the better match at Wrestle Kingdom, and Naito Jericho is the better match here at Dominion. But I mean, you're right. We didn't get character from Naito. We just got a better wrestling match.
Right.
This was better for Naito on the world stage, mostly.
Yeah.
Now people care about him.
Yeah, and at this point, his character is crafted. He knows who and what he is, what his motivations are, and why he does what he does, what he's capable of, and that weird transmission or transition between character aspects. It's smooth and seamless, yet still violent and sudden, or tranquilo and sudden. But it fits up well with Jericho, who's just 1,000% all the time, paranoid and weirdly schizophrenic. And it brought the best out of both of them. And god damn, this was. It's like they said, okay, we want to make all of this look like it hurts.
Yeah.
And it's just everything.
See what happens.
So many.
You see what happens.
Now, I mean, we've seen that before when it's like, oh well, somebody's kind of injured. Well, this is going to be more of a brawl. Oh, it's going to be no holds barred. It's going to be a backstage brawl kind of thing, and that's usually to protect somebody a little bit, or let them. I don't want to say ease up because there's nothing easy about it, but it's like, okay, it's not going to be as technical. It's going to be a little more brutal looking. We're going to give you the toys to help cover a little bit. This added those elements on top of it rather than instead of it.
The match time's 17 minutes.
Yeah, that's a hard 17 minutes, dude.
And then afterwards, Jericho continues the attack.
Yes, for like another half hour.
So, yeah, like the match may have been 17 minutes long, but rest assured, Naito got his ass handed to him. And he looks all the better for it. Because
the beauty in New Japan is you can take a loss and it means something for your character and gives you motivation and it makes you better as a result.
God, I love
the beauty of a thick, full roster.
I love the presentation. I love the presentation of New Japan. First of all, again, I mentioned the focus is the ring, like the crowd. It doesn't have lights on them.
Yeah.
It's not about them like hardly at all. You rarely go to the crowd shots,
and it feels bigger as a result.
And it's funny.
It could be 40 people there. I wouldn't know.
It's funny that, these crowds always get, like, if a crowd acted this way at a WWE pay-per-view, why are they sitting on their hands?
Why are you paying attention to them?
Why are you paying attention to them?
Well, is it because we're being forced to pay attention to them?
Kinda.
Take your mind off of it. Come in and enjoy.
Yeah. But
I mean, it's part of that product is that becomes part of the show. Isn't it so exciting? We've been to we've been to live events and we've been to televised events, and there's that weird like downtime at television events, and it's like, all right, we're coming back. Everybody, get up, and it's a weird kind of falseness to it,
Yeah.
which is weird. Fake on top of fake feels really weird.
I just
And sometimes you can't manipulate it. An audience isn't going to do what you want to do. So if you don't rely on them to do stuff, they can't disappoint you.
biggest thing.
Mm.
I guess what I'm getting at is if this New Japan crowd is so great, this is what everybody always says.
Okay.
Why aren't American crowds acting that way? Why are the Smarks acting and chanting really terrible things?
There's a desire in a more American market for people, even in the crowd, to like you see the people that'll dress up. You'll see the people that'll like, I've got to have the shirts. Hold on, look, I've got 7 belts.
Yeah.
Why? Why do they do that?
I don't know.
Is it because they want to support the product, or is it because they want to say, "Hey, look at me"? You get a more Western attitude instead of like, "Oh, I can't wait to enjoy this event." Is I want to be part of this event. I'm going to be my own event, and there's a lot of a weird, unhealthy thing that I think we run up against a lot that kind of grates us is like people trying to be a different event all themselves.
Yep.
Like the dude at the live event who was cutting a Macho Man promo on strangers as they passed by, and the beer people cut him off and like said, "Sir, we're making us uncomfortable." And watch the security guards like slowly kind of swarm around, and then he ended the promo and left. It's like, good. I'm glad you left of your own volition because you were about to be asked to. It's because he's making the show about himself. He's using somebody else's product, acting like he's doing the, "Oh, you made that?
Yoink.
I made this." He's doing that, and there's a lot of that in Western audiences. Like, I'm part of the show. Look, I'm tough. I'm going to quote a promo, word for word. It's like, well, if you do it out of a feeling of reverence, okay, but you're doing it as though it's really you. That's disturbing. A more Eastern audience, it's like, wow, what a fantastic performance. We really appreciate it. I'm not saying one's better than the other one, because guess which one spends a lot more money?
Yeah. I just wish.
What's the goal? Is the end goal to make the money, get people so involved that they want to participate, they want to buy in at a certain level, or that they respectfully enjoy? And there's reverence to the product.
Man. Just enjoy.
There's balance in all things, dude.
Yeah.
Always get the shirt.
Buy the
But
shirt.
always be respectful and understand that they're the performers and that you're there to see them, to enjoy their show. And it isn't your job to enhance that. It's your job to enjoy it. And if your enjoyance brings enjoyment to other people, so be it.
And
But they shouldn't rely. I'm talking in a weird circle, but it makes sense because there's a balance to it.
I guess really, and I'm not saying I'm not guilty of this.
It's getting air.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Don't make part of your commentary on an event the crowd.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm getting at. I mean, again, I'm guilty of it too. There's crowds where I'm like, oh, why is this crowd dead? I don't understand it.
Well, that's become part of the thing, though. I think that's bred the whole. Hey, look at me! I'm the show in the audience. It's because they build on that and rely on that, and there's probably a healthy balance between the two.
Maybe.
But sometimes it gets weirdly unhealthy, and as a result, they rely on that. They push the audience participation in order to push sales, in order to push involvement, in order to push brand recognition, in order to get it out there, to get it outside of in-ring, to get it outside of social media, to put it on a shirt, to get that out on the streets, somebody else sees it, identifies with it, and it's all in an effort to expand the market. As a result, you end up having to acknowledge it.
JBL.
They're having fun. It's like, well, if you didn't foster that behavior, it wouldn't have existed. Is it worth the risk versus reward? Are you getting more out of it than it's costing you? But what is it costing them? They acknowledge it. Those people go home happy. Some people bitch on the internet.
It is what it is. I guess I'm bitching on the internet right now. So
Well, kind of. But, I mean, it's your perspective. Your perspective is going to be valid, just as theirs is.
Yeah.
They spent $800 on a belt.
Yeah. So Jericho wins the New Japan
The Intercontinental
Championship.
Now, let's be fair. Jericho, dastardly son of a bitch, pushes the ref, awful low blow to Naito, codebreaker and pin, and then beats the hell out of him even more.
Yep.
Opportunistic monster. He didn't beat Naito. He cheated.
Yep.
So I don't think we've seen the last of that, but
No.
but it's gonna be so good for Naito. Vengeful Naito. Like, I'm sorry, I have to suspend Tranquilo.
So that means we get at least one more Jericho match in New Japan.
I would hope. Well, I mean,
I
I
don't
guess-
think he's defending it on the boat because I don't think Naito's on the cruise. And in between then,
he seems like a guy that would go on a cruise, though.
maybe
Hey, you want to go on a cruise? Yeah.
July.
Can I bring my hat?
July is San Francisco, right?
I think so.
That's the
Cow
G1
Palette.
special.
Yeah.
So maybe there.
Mm. Well, according to Jericho,
Maybe
I
all
guess
in?
we should mention that.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, I'm not defending this here or there or anywhere. All in. Screw that. Y'all got to come up with some money. I'm talking 6 figures. You want to see this belt defended? You gotta pay for it. Dastardly son of a
Yeah.
bitch."
Did you see the Being the Elite where they Jericho and the Bucks run into each other in the hallway
No.
and they're like, we should team somewhere, but like where? Well, it can't be on land. Well, it can't really be in the air. It'd probably have to be like at sea or something.
Jerks. The young jerks.
So yeah, what did Y2 Jackson?
I don't know.
I think that's one of the tags. But
Stupid. Also amazing. Sorry. Great. Really good. Somewhere in there.
so purposefully had the slow down talk there because that's where I took my break.
Very good.
I had to wait to watch the main event
Catch the
because it was
vapors.
well over an hour.
Dude.
Look, I don't want this to sound like I didn't enjoy it because I did. This was a great match, an outstanding story. Not my favorite of the 4 though. I still think Wrestle Kingdom 11, the first one, I think that was the best one.
Yeah, but like I said, it's as perception of the audience, everyone getting better than the one before, and the one you just saw was the best that could possibly be.
Yeah.
You know what? If people come, if a number of people come out feeling that way, good.
Yeah.
Good. I want people to come out thinking that's the best. I have never witnessed anything that good ever.
I mean, again, this was great for the storytelling, like
Oh God, yeah.
you know, going callbacks. and-
We've watched Kenny go from go from this dastardly evil son of a bitch who's actually really good
Mhm.
to, hey, he's really good. Also, he's really good.
He used to fight from a place of anger. Now he wants to be good.
Ah, also the hair.
Yeah.
More blonde than black now.
Mm-hmm.
Almost as if there's a weird transition. Almost as if he pays attention to the little things.
Yeah.
And it adds so much to it.
Yeah. You know, obviously the amazing feel-good ending with Omega winning the championship.
Mm-hmm. Still, the spot of the match is getting a 2 out of 3 falls match, which fantastic as well, because then you're like getting weirdly like 3 matches all in one.
Mhm.
Okada takes the first fall, Omega takes the second fall, and then it gets to towards the end and has that spot where Okada goes for. They had one spot where, goddamn, Kenny does a dive over the top rope, and the camera angle is just perfect on it. Like Okada gets this like one camera angle that's uniquely Okada, where they do the zoom,
Yeah.
and then Rainmaker's coming, right? They did a shot that was like from down low up and had perfectly framed the ring posts with Kenny diving like right over the middle, and the shot is just amazing. It's like I gotta get a still of that picture because Jesus, it's nice. It's okay, you don't have to pull it up now.
No,
but
I'm just seeing if anything's happening in the chat.
okay.
I don't know if anybody's watching.
But then it comes back to the Okada goes for a Rainmaker. 'Cause at one point in the match, Omega is worn out, and he's chopping at Okada, and Okada's just giving him a look like, yeah, man, that's what you're bringing, and it's not doing a thing. But the role reverses towards the end there. Okada goes for a Rainmaker. He hits it, and there's nothing behind it, and he just collapses.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I'm sorry, it's amazing. I'm sorry, it's amazing, but it is. It's really good. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the storytelling. I enjoyed the more abridged version. I don't know if
Yeah. See. Yeah.
it's different. See, I watch differently than you.
I was.
I know what I want. I don't need an hour and a half for a long story. I don't need The Godfather. I don't need 3 hours of or 3 hours of a Scorsese movie.
I was
it's like,
exhausted by the end of it.
wrap it up. I'm more of a 22-minute sitcom and or cartoon. Or if you have a cartoon sitcom, fantastic.
I was worn out by the end of it.
As what you should be.
I was just like, V trigger after 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 V trigger.
And now you yell it.
V trigger.
No. What the?
I love Liv Morgan.
Jesus Christ. I asked for it and got scared by it. God damn it. Okay. All right. I'm proud of you. Hey. This is going to work. I'm sure of it. I'm sorry. It's over. There's sarcastic shrugging, and then there's being an asshole. You know what? I'm sorry.
I love Liv Morgan.
You hear that? Yeah, you did. All right, he said something. I don't care.
It's true. I do.
I know you do.
Hi, honey.
Okay. So yeah, it was a tiring match as well. It should. Oh, for fuck's sake. Berserker. Berserker.
Us.
Us? Us. I'm more non-committal. Us? I got Omega. 4. Good. 4 matches. 4 good matches.
Yeah.
4 goddamn great matches. Again, people bringing out of each other.
Yeah.
Okada's been a fantastic champion.
He has.
Carried it for a long time. Looked like he was supposed to carry it. It never got to a point where it's like, I'm tired of this friggin' dude.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were all good.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody he was in there with, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure he'll be back. Dude, give him a minute.
Yeah.
He can go away for a minute. And it's like, cool, I don't have to come back and be an asshole. Here's another good guy gets to carry it for a minute.
Of course, at the end, you have the...
I want him to team with Gato. I want that tag team. Look at that. The true Young Bucks heavyweight champions. Omega heavyweight champion. That's a long way from the Young Bucks as the junior heavyweight champions and Omega as the Intercontinental champion.
Yeah. You have to point out that Omega, the referee about to hand over the heavyweight championship, Omega touches it, says, hold on a second. Hugs the Young Bucks first.
Because that's the true championship.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
And so as he's embracing with the Young Bucks, Ibushi comes over and gets in there. Look at that. Oh,
yeah, dude.
4-way hug.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, the championship.
Big deal.
Proud mom hug from Ibushi.
Mm.
I believe we all want that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who would turn down... Question to you folks. Would you turn down a hug from Kota Ibushi? I don't think you would.
And
Tell him as much.
You say that you will, you're a liar. You're a liar, and I don't ever want to speak to you.
He showed up. He'd be like, God, this is what a good person and a handsome man.
And what a good friend. He sees his buddy, his golden lover, Omega, embracing his best friends. And
even though he's had his issues,
it's like, you know what?
If you're my friend's friend, you're a friend to my friend.
Yeah.
Did you?
My friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Kenny,
Kenny,
he first cuts up promo in Japanese. He says, "I'm going to try to do this in Japanese first." So he
fantastic. The ultimate like evil foreigner thing to do is I refuse to speak the language. Yeah, he's fluent and amazing.
Yeah.
So what does he do? Tell me, walk me through this.
Well, and
I want you to go all the way through the whole.
So this post match,
Jericho
there's
whatnot.
nothing much here, right? You know, he does what he can in Japanese, and then he says, "But this is a worldwide product, and I have to speak a little bit of English at least." And you know,
as if he's saying to the crowd, "Please indulge me.
Yeah,
I understand. I appreciate and respect you very much. Excuse me for one moment.
I have to embrace the outside world who are coming here because I'm great." Essentially, right?
Yeah.
That's essentially what he's saying. And you know, he just said, I've got a lot more to do This was just the first thing, and I've got a lot more to do now that I'm the champion. And it was great. And then post match, he's like passing out essentially, and he talks about how
They do the thing where they put the ice on the neck.
yeah,
That's my favorite part.
and then he's there with the Bucks and Kota Ibushi, where like they asked, how did it feel to have the Bucks come out at the end? And he's like, you know what? We have the Elite and the Golden Lovers. I guess you can call this officially the Golden Elite. So that's official. They are the Golden Elite. It's a 4-man stable.
Oh my god.
Of good guys.
Very.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Redeemed, wonderful individuals.
Cody, before they leave the ring, Cody comes out to the stage, starts walking down, and everybody's kind of looking towards him. Cody kind of stops in his footsteps, turns and hightails it, gets on out of there. So it's like, well, you know what? Let's kind of put this. Nah, you know what? Not. I still hate the guy, and I don't know which promotion it was for, but I know we're getting Omega Cody too. Sorry, I don't remember. I don't know if it's happening in New Japan.
It's the beauty. It's fluid. New Japan and ROH having a working relationship. Because I mean, ROH is making some good moves. Like they wanted to book Madison. It was like a week ago. They were like, "Hey, rumors floating around. They want to book a show at Madison." Oh shit, they did it. They booked the show at Madison Square Gardens. They're moving into some bigger territory. And you know what? The affiliation with New Japan, fantastic, and Impact being a little more open and not as secluded. Or weirdly, like, okay, remember how I said, like, Jericho was on the edge of some sort of weird cataclysmic event and it changed him? Impact kind of was the impact of that cataclysmic event. But now they're opening up and it's getting better. And then more, it's weird to even see the WWE's kind of doing it too. It's like, you know what makes us better? Being a little more open to the outside world.
Well,
we're going into a weird golden age, dude.
Again, yes, you took the words right out of my mouth. Like, what a time to be a wrestling fan. And
it's as deep as you want to go with it, and it's as good and as wide as you want to go with it.
The smart play is for all the companies to be as open as you can be, because how do you get the dumb idiots on the internet to shut up for a second? You bring in some New Japan talent, even if it's only like a 2-3 month thing. Like they're only there for a couple matches,
and they're made to look good without being crapped on, like a TNA did with them back in the day, man. They brought him in there, and what did they have? Like James Storm as the New Japan Whisperer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna take these guys over here because I can corral them. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
God forbid they be their own individuals, huh?
Yeah. But I mean, like, we live in a world where that's a possibility. And then they get to go back to New Japan where they're these massive stars, and it doesn't ruin them.
Just watching the UK opening up, dude.
Yeah.
With the UK tournament being announced, and it
happened.
Yeah.
It hasn't hit the network yet, but it's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can't wait.
This is that. I mean, and again, there was rumors going around. They want a UK show.
Yep.
And this could be the beginning of it.
They announced a GM. I'm drawing a blank on the name, but it's a legend. Johnny Saint.
Yeah, because it's like Chikara has a tournament coming up. Is the other one? I think they're one of them has Johnny Saint. One of them has Johnny Kidd.
It's Johnny Saint.
Okay, there's Johnny Saint for that, and I think it's the yeah. Okay, I'll wait for Chikara. Beside the point. I'm not researched enough to like boldly state, but it's like I saw that too. I was like, that's so weird that both of those names popping up at the same time. It makes me happy. Look at that, almost as if things are moving together without moving against one another. Wonderful.
So I said I had to watch Dominion in 5 parts.
Right.
I watched the first 4 pretty fluidly, like all the way through Jericho Naito, and the first little bit of Omega Okada 4. Pretty fluidly, no problem. But I was pretty worn out.
You could not have sat there for an hour for Omega Okada.
I mean, like I said, I watched
and
that.
Emotionally, you're drained as well.
I watched that the next day, and I was still drained watching the rest of the match. So it took me 2 days to watch. Now with Money in the Bank and Takeover this weekend,
whether they want to say it or not, they're doing a 2-day event.
I mean, it's in the same building, right?
Uh-huh.
Same building. The only one that usually isn't is Mania.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's Mania. It's rarely
Yeah.
in a building.
and really, it's a 4-day event. I don't know if Money in the Bank will be, but SummerSlam absolutely is, where they do the Raw and SmackDown.
Oh
in the
God,
same
yeah,
building, too.
I didn't really even think of that.
Can wrestling be 2-day events? I mean, we're getting them.
It's weird.
They're not pushing it as such.
I think they're kind of scared to push it as such because then it seems like a bigger commitment because
Mm-hmm.
they're already to a point where it's like, hey, you could watch Raw or you could watch SmackDown. If you choose one, that's fine. If you choose both, that's great. Huge commitment, but
stopped watching Raw.
everything's better now
product's
that I stop watching. Cool. I'm glad for you. Neat, dude. Sorry, that's my go-to.
Neat
Dude.
meat dude.
What are you doing?
I'm just checking the chat.
That's about right. It'll pop up. It's fine. But I know how you got to this because we were talking about the weird kind of restructuring.
Mm-hmm.
WWE is going with less pay-per-views,
Yes.
longer time in between,
Mm-hmm.
more stories able to build up, or even self-contained stories happening in the lulls between, so that you don't have lulls. You have actual stories on Raw, actual stories on SmackDown, leading into when the pay-per-views come around and making them a little more special. And that being said, they're also expanding the times on it. It used to be 3 hours, maybe 3:15, and then a pre-show at the beginning, and that it felt kind of long.
Yeah.
And then you had the 4 to 6 hour extravaganzas for the big shows,
Right.
and that also felt kind of long. So the NXT is kind of, you got to go to the bathroom so bad.
What are you gonna
We'll
do?
make it. We'll make it. We'll make it. You can make it. You can make it.
15 minutes.
With the NXT shows happening on the Saturday nights, are they de facto going to a 2-day thing without calling it a 2-day thing? And is that necessarily a bad thing? Can that work? Where is the sweet spot when it comes to pay-per-view model? And now I mean that also from a physical standpoint, like actually traveling to the shows,
Mm-hmm.
and also, ooh, God, I'm hot. Fuck.
It's warm in here.
The actually traveling to the shows and then watching at home as a fan. Where is that sweet spot as far as time? Because you say you watch the New Japan show and it goes on 4 or 5 hours.
So
Is that too much? Do you need
I
a
think
break
for
in
n-
them?
I think for New Japan it is.
Mhm.
Now, it's hard to say that because New Japan does the presentation's great.
They
Like
fill that time
it's
up.
fluid, but in that is what makes it so exhausting
Mhm.
because it's fluid. It's match after match after match after match after match.
Match after match
Uh-huh.
match. She loves Livorno.
So like you're not really getting any kind of a break there.
Mhm.
With WWE, you have those short matches and
The come
sometimes-
downs somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah, where you don't have to pay as much attention. Now, some would argue that makes it worse. I don't know. Sometimes it's needed.
Now, what would you think about? Do you think there'd potentially be any merit to say a 2-hour show?
Well, I
Because
mean,
you watch the takeovers,
yeah,
right?
and those are generally 2.5,
Mm-hmm.
depending. And those are almost always. I mean,
Do you feel that's too short? Or does it depend on which product you're watching?
it depends on which product. Because for Takeover, that's pretty perfect because
Uh-huh.
it's usually 5-6 matches. So I mean, and it follows that New Japan model of match after match after match.
Yeah,
after
they don't
match.
do a whole lot of storytelling in between. Or the stories they tell are usually simpler stories.
Right. So for NXT, that 2.5 is right around right.
So if New Japan cut from 4 to 5 hours down to 3, it kept it just as tight. Maybe a match or two less. Dump out one of the 6-man matches.
Well, yeah.
Would
I
that
mean,
be easier for you to watch and consume?
even as awesome as it was to see like the super babyface team,
Mm-hmm.
I could have done without that match.
Or could you have done without one of the titles? I feel like
That
New
opening-
Japan occasionally gets a little bogged down with the number of titles.
Yeah,
I feel
there
like
was,
a lot.
6 title matches.
I feel
at Dominion.
Well, I mean, they weren't all even defended. There wasn't the 6-man never.
Yeah,
The open weight 6-man title wasn't defended. The U.S. title wasn't defended.
there but
No,
not defended.
It was there, but it wasn't defended.
Right.
Do you have to have those matches on everything? And if you can cut them, can you cut them for a show and give more credence to those middle shows? The same deal with WWE. Can you cut those from the main shows, from the pay-per-view shows, keep them at a tight 3 hours, and allow those to be defended more on television, making television more must-see? Because we got into this. I mean, the whole thing with the restructuring of the WWE pay-per-view model is kind of where this sprung out of.
Right.
Was the title ever going to change hands on TV over the last couple of years?
Which ones?
For the most part, none of them. It might be like, oh, the champions got beat, but it was a non-title thing, so it's leading into the pay-per-view. That's where it could change hands. You don't have to worry about watching next week when they have their grudge match, because we're not even going to have a grudge match. Or we're not going to put the titles on line. The one member from one team and one member from this team, and then we're going to do the other two the next week. And then that's the standard build into the pay-per-view where we finally have the title match. And we're going to do the same thing again next month, leading into it. I'm sorry,
That
the
was
bar.
the problem. Yeah, that's what happened to the bar.
Well, the beauty of the bar is they're both fantastic singles competitors, and they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But then they got relied on too much to do that.
And it makes for really boring storytelling.
It sucks.
And it
when you-
completely sucked the wind out of that
when you've
division.
established a team to make them singles competitors
Mm-hmm.
in spite of the other one and make the other one stand ringside, there's only so much you can do to maintain team identity at that point.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
how about like the old? Do you remember like the In Your House? Were the In Your House promos, pay-per-views shorter back in the day? I can't remember because they always felt like they were a little more minor. Like the IC title could be the main.
well, I think did Goldie and Undertaker main?
I don't know. I don't remember.
For the Intercontinental
I vaguely
casket
remember
match?
those being shorter because those were like the off-month pay-per-views.
They were basically it was
Filler.
basically testing the theory of monthly pay-per-views.
Mhm.
I mean,
Because you'd have the big ones, which were like the
big four.
30 back in the day, and then the smaller ones were like the 20
mm,
every other month. In Your House, whatever. Beware of dogs. Yay.
Beware of Dog. I think that was the one with Austin and Savio.
Of course you know.
They had a dog collar match that
You beautiful, wonderful savant. I don't know why Liv isn't shouting out your name.
they the match got cut because the lights went out in the arena, and then they ended up having to do the match again either the next night on Raw or they taped it and put it into the pay-per-view.
Crazy, man.
I don't remember the exact story, but it's something along
you
those
do.
lines.
Oh, you're just trying to feign like you don't know. Thank you. You make me feel like a little smarter by not like flexing all your knowledge. I appreciate it, Justin. I like feeling smart. I'm not, but whatever. He loves Liv Morgan. It's great.
I do.
It's going to be a healthy
like someone
relationship.
should
It's going
tell
to be fine.
Well, I wonder why Ellie keeps getting booted off Facebook. That's so weird.
I feel it might be because she changed her Twitter name.
By the way, she changed it again because you're a jerk.
What?
The Marvelous _L. See, now it's a lot more difficult to say. The Marvelous L rolls off the tongue. The Marvelous _L, not as easy to say. Have at it. Say it.
What's an undersquirrel?
Squirrels, squirrels, squirrels.
Is that gonna be the one cover on the album right there?
No. To cover anything, it's going to be a TV Star by the Butthole Surfers.
That's about right.
I'm going to be replacing the name Christina
Mhm.
with something else. Probably Liv Morgan.
Okay.
Oh la 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 la, Liv Morgan. Oh la 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 la, Liv Morgan. Oh la 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 la, Liv Morgan. I love you so.
I feel uncomfortable now.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm not.
that's on me. That's not you. It's me.
I'm not sorry at all.
I'd
take
be
it
uncomfortable
back.
with or without you here.
Okay.
The singing, zero effect on me.
All right.
Zero.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's actually meaner.
No, I probably won't cover Zero. I love the song, but I won't cover it.
Never heard it. Perhaps I'd recognize one of their bigger hits.
That's you.
That's, I guess. All right. Well,
Oh, wow. Okay.
speaking of an, I guess we should brush
Our
into.
live video got interrupted.
What's that?
Our video got interrupted. So I think we got booted off of Facebook.
Fantastic.
I mean, we're still live on the YouTube, I hope.
Word.
Maybe not.
As he frantically goes.
Oh, there we are. So I don't know.
Yeah. Zerker.
Oh.
Ow.
My video interrupted.
Yeah, it happens.
So.
Christ almighty.
Are we still on the YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know before we
Continue babbling
yeah.
about NXT in the weekend.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun.
I hate when people who call other fans marks your 1-2, and why is it so negative to be a fan to get lost in it? And why let all the morons who criticize it hourly get to you? They're not sitting on your couch watching, are they? If it's live, yell out. If it's live, yell louder than them.
Oh, Leslie Green.
Yeah, she's taking a run at me there.
Is she?
Essentially.
What'd she say that's so bad?
Nothing, but she's asking, essentially, why am I letting it get to me? I don't know.
Well, we're just discussing it. Ain't no thing.
Yeah, but we're discussing it because I let it get to me. I need to not let it get to me so much. All right. I apologize if anybody is watching. Well, Ellie says she's here, so we must still be live on the YouTube machine.
Yeah, word up. J-A-double-F that guy. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, we're live.
Word.
Oh, I forgot to update all that shit. Oops.
Constable Corbin. Jesus
He's
Christ.
bald now.
You know what? Okay. Bald Corbin. You know, okay. Money in the Bank's this weekend. It's going to be cool. I'm excited for Brian Cass. I don't know why. Oh, yeah. That's promos. Please don't film Brian from the front. That's weird.
I love that promo, though.
I like Cass taking his time with it.
Yeah.
With everything he does. It's wonderful. Yes, the Brian program was fantastic. Corbin being bald. Can we discuss what a missed opportunity for a hair versus hair match with Noe Jose?
Yeah.
It would be a big win for Jose, and he gets to shave Corbin.
Yeah.
And then Corbin gets to,
Be a constable.
as a constable, rain down what's the word for liturgy? Nope. Court death. He's rained down legal death on Noe Jose and punishes him. Would have been fantastic. But I guess he needed to cut his hair. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the ultimate, oh, you want to make fun of my hairline? Guess where it is now? It's on the floor. Yeah, constable. Big fan of smarmy Corbin. And his face is adorable. Now look at him. He's fantastic.
First thing he asks when he gets his haircut,
Hmm?
can we donate it? Have you seen that video?
I have not seen that video.
He goes, can we donate that somewhere?
And I hope they said yes, and then he burnt it, just out of spite.
Then he goes, oh,
I
I wonder
would.
what they're gonna bitch about now.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I really, really hope he enjoys it.
Yeah.
Welcome, Barry Corbin.
Yeah. So
It's fun being bald. It's pretty all right.
NXT takeovers this weekend.
Mhm.
The build to this has been extraordinary.
As NXT does.
Yeah. Of course, Gargano and Ciampa,
Mhm.
the man we dare not mention.
Not if you want to stay on Twitter. He'll kill
Yeah.
you.
The
Murder.
street fight there,
Mhm.
probably the main. I mean, let's be real. Black versus Sullivan. I mean, you want hard-hitting affairs? That's going to be insane.
Jesus, dude. I have
Um,
no idea what to expect from that.
Nikki Cross versus Shayna Baszler. Whoa, dude.
I can't wait to see her singles because we've seen her in like the multi-woman matches before.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see her singles work.
Well,
especially with Baszler, with Nikki Cross going in as the more experienced.
if you remember,
Especially if she's like leading the match, I'm so excited to see what she.
if you remember, she had a couple matches last year with Asuka that were just outstanding.
Uh huh.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah, I hope so.
It's gonna be a hard-hitting affair.
Uh-huh.
This whole pay-per-view, it's gonna be a hard-hitting affair because the tag team championships, 1-2 punch, tentatively titled 1-2 punch, Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch taking on Undisputed Era. I'm so happy.
Justin, here it is a year later.
Mm-hmm.
We're saying Oni Lorcan like it's a normal name.
Oh,
Me,
God, I
Lorcan.
love Oni Lorcan.
Yes, I know you.
Oni
do.
rules.
Oni rules.
Oni rules.
You could say that with a straight face, like it's a normal goddamn name. Oni Lorcan.
Velveteen Dream
Mhm.
versus Ricochet.
Yeah, and you know what? That's supposed to be the more high flying of the matches.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be freaking brutal.
I-
That's gonna be brutal. That's supposed to be the weirdly technical one.
I think that's everything. I don't think there's anything because that's the title matches, the two grudge matches, right? That's 5. I don't think I'm missing anything. I mean, we might have a couple dark matches that will go for TV the next week. Because
matches. Yep, 1-2 punch. Sullivan. Yep, that's all of them.
thought so.
And you know what? Tight.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a tight 2+ hours right there.
All right, so a couple things we gotta mention here.
Mhm.
CM Punk gets destroyed in the second UFC fight. He goes the distance, but he gets destroyed.
You know what? I gotta say, like, I've never been like a huge fan of UFC things, but especially when CM Punk, who's somebody that I like, I don't like seeing people that I like get punched in the face really, really friggin' hard.
Yeah.
And I watched it, and it's like, this is uncomfortable. I don't like it, and it just reminds me of everything that I don't like about UFC.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to see somebody physically taken apart.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like them.
I mean,
But this is like extra worse. It's like I don't want to see somebody fight a dog,
yeah.
like a sweet dog, because that's like there's no way this ends well.
Yeah.
This is gonna be bad.
It's inhumane.
Yes,
Ugh.
that fight was inhumane.
Uh,
Didn't watch all again. I watched highlights, and that was the worst thing I could have done.
yeah.
There's literally nothing but him getting punched in the face.
So here's something I'm going to mention here
Mhm.
as a tidbit. Might be something for Book It next week
What? They're telling us
'Cause-
we gotta go?
because we're almost there. Hulk Hogan versus Gawker movie gets a director. They're making a movie, so we might be booking another Hogan movie next week.
Any chance they could cast Rip? Not Rip Taylor. Christ, what was his name?
Thomas.
Rip Thomas. That was his name. Rip Thomas. They cast Rip
Rock
Thomas.
never got back to us, by the way.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's busy. You know,
Too busy to answer us.
It's like yes,
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're out of your mind.
like Leslie's too busy to answer us, and also that weird new name Marvelous Squirrel. Yeah, they're too busy to answer us, Justin. I don't think that he's too busy being handsome
Yeah.
and rich.
Also, Hardy, you may have noticed, has been off television.
Yeah.
He pled guilty to the DWI charge. He was back on TV last night, though.
Okay.
Um,
I'm actually really. Oh, you know what? The last thing we want to do right now is like, hey man, we got enough tournaments. Can we not have to strip you?
yeah,
But I wouldn't be surprised if he drops it soon.
yeah, probably.
Yeah. Honestly, before he went away, if it could have gone back to Mahal, I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I mean, Mahal's over on.
Yeah, you know
whatever.
who might be good with it if somehow he doesn't win?
Who?
Shinsuke. I want him to win,
I want him to
the
win. I
WWE
want him to win that
championship.
now.
but him with the U.S. championship would be.
Can you cue up our graphic? Because I don't think we've said it. As far as I'm concerned, the second best and one of the best United States champions that's ever been. What a fabulous occasion it would be to win back
Here,
the
I'm gonna
United
do
States
this
championship.
first.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Yeah. You don't think he's?
I'm
gonna,
of course talking about Aiden English. Aiden English is the U.S. No, Rusev,
You don't think he's gonna win Money in the Bank, Mr. and Mrs.
dude.
Possible.
You just watching SmackDown. They
Also, he's about to have a case against the Sheraton hotels.
yeah, got broken into.
Mhm.
Dude. First of all, on Tuesday or on this last SmackDown, it felt a little facey.
Yeah, he did.
Felt a little facey. Didn't have to cheat to win against Samoa Joe. Also picked up a win against Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Jeez, Samoa Joe, fantastic haircut, fantastic. Yeah, man, letting Rusev be a little more Rusev without having to be evil Rusev.
I dig it.
I'd love to see him with the U.S. champion. Still, only my second favorite U.S. champion. My first, of course, Cesaro, when he went town to town going, oh, come on, guys, we got to do better about this. If I'm going to be the U.S. champ, this has got. I always bring that up. I'm sorry. I love U.S. champ Cesaro. He's the best.
Telling us we have to go. Lesnar breaks Punk's record. I noticed I put the quotes up. They made a big deal out of, I don't want to say made a big deal, but they did mention that he was at 435 days,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
the longest modern reign. They don't mention Punk's name.
Yeah.
They don't say that it broke any records. They just said he's the longest reigning
Champion of the modern era.
Yeah.
But the whole idea was Punk was the longest reigning champion in the modern era because he's defending it at pay-per-views.
Mhm.
He's defending it at least every other month.
Yeah.
And he's got constant programs happening, and he's involved, and I don't know, man, he's there.
Honestly, they can.
There's the argument. There's the devil's advocate argument there.
But to me, it's not even close to the same.
Not even.
It's the Universal Championship, so it's not even the same championship.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if that's. It's not even the same conversation. Like they don't say it.
Yeah, I don't like it even being brought up. Kind of.
I don't either.
But
I guess it's at 435. They kind of.
that's them mentioning it without mentioning it.
And then the internet runs wild with it.
Yeah.
Whoa, they're saying he broke Punk's record with it. Technically,
Did they?
no.
Meh.
They're just mentioning 435.
So you saying that the internet was upset?
Well,
It
when
seems
are
to
they
be a
not?
thing with them.
When are they not?
Hmm.
So,
Who's winning Money in the Bank?
don't put me on the spot like that, because
Who's winning Money in the Bank?
Ellie said,
I think women. Becky's winning.
I feel like it's either Becky or Charlotte, and whoever does is turning heel.
I think it's Becky.
I get the feeling, because she's on fire.
Straight fire.
Straight fire. Who needs it on the men's side? I could see Balor doing it. They haven't exactly pulled him. I could see Rude doing it and going full heel.
Owens would look good with it.
See,
It depends. Do you want to put Owens back on the top of the thing, or do you like where he's at? Owens doesn't need a championship to be amazing.
no. So when I'm looking at it, whose character could use it?
Ooh, Ellie says Ember winning the women's. Could be.
I mean,
Good way to boost her without her instantly having the title. Let her carry that shit forever.
I always have a problem with baby faces having it because it's such a heel move.
At any time,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a dick. Yeah, yeah. Cut that out, sure. Why don't
And
you?
then every baby face always, says, "Well,
I
we're gonna
want
have
this match at so and so. Here you go.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Has a baby face successfully done it? Like Punk did, but he looked like a jerk doing it because Edge was out there cutting a promo. I'm taking this championship over to SmackDown. Punk comes out and cashes in. He was a baby face.
How do you feel about Rollins at Mania?
Well, Rollins was a bad guy.
Was he?
Yeah, I mean he didn't
Or
get a
was he
bad
the-
guy
Or
reaction.
was he the savior we needed?
He didn't get the bad guy reaction, but he was the bad guy. And that was very much a bad guy thing to
It's
do.
good on a bad dude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, Carmella's works because she's awful. She's an awful
She's a
human.
Terrible person.
But oh god, she's so good.
She's wonderful.
She
She makes dumb faces now, and it's the best.
yeah, because Mella is money.
She is.
She is. Let's see. Just trying to. Ziggler. I mean, again, he gets the big babyface reaction, but he was definitely a bad guy. I mean, even his moment. Like, I think Del Rio had just had a match, and like his leg was like he got his leg hurt in the match, and comes out and basically zigzag 1, 2, 3. Edge was a bad guy both times. Punk was a good guy both times, but the second time he turned heel
To
with
use
it. Yeah, on Hardy. I'm just trying to go. Sorry, I'm going over.
No, it's fine. It's fine, dude.
I don't know why I'm going over all of them in my head.
It's okay.
Sandow lost. Cena lost. Cena did the ultimate good guy thing. Let's have a match next Monday.
Yeah.
And lost.
Hey, that's great use of it. But and I mean, it's a tool for a heel. It could be amazing. I don't see Braun winning.
Braun doesn't need it.
Of course not.
Not even close.
Rude going heel.
I mean, they've kind of been making him a little cowardly over the last couple weeks.
It was a beautiful thing in NXT when he kind of walked that line of like, here's this paragon of wrestling. You two fight it out for okay. It's like, what a jerk. I've got an idea. You two fight, and then I won't. Okay, that's enough. Oh God.
I wouldn't put money on it, but Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank looks. I mean, that would be a first, and it would be interesting.
Rusev could do unique things with it, and he's not currently doing anything else right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out.
Joe. I mean, again, Joe doesn't need it.
Joe doesn't
Owens
need it.
doesn't need it, but Owens would be amazing with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one who could benefit the most, I could see Balor moving more towards the middle with it to finally get that match with Brock. You know, maybe this is how he finally gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, again, Rude coming towards, you know, again, him coming more towards the middle. Cashing in on whoever wins from Brock.
Brock and a bear. I put money.
Next week we'll be definitely talking about Money in the Bank.
Uh-huh.
So I'm glad we didn't spend a lot of time over
Don't
the
need
last
to.
couple weeks. Nah, man. I like talking about it afterwards.
Mhm.
You know,
What we could do? Make predictions on the show that's being written. Hey, what do you think's gonna happen in the next Star Wars movie? Probably gonna be a war
somebody
somewhere.
will die.
Oh shit! It's a bold prediction.
Probably a stormtrooper. All right. Let's get out of here, man. We're going nuts. We're losing our minds.
We both have to go to the bathroom really bad. Who's gonna get there first? Here's the hint. I'm closer. He's faster, taller. He's got that reach with him legs too. Also, he.
I was scratching my eye.
Okay, we'll get to it. It's fine.
Look at what? I love Liv Morgan!
Matt's trying to sleep. Hey everybody, we're hashtag WrestlePals.
Door open, not me.
He's awake. He's scowling. Hey, we're hashtag WrestlePals. We're hashtag WrestlePals. If you dig us, dig what we do. Check out our stuff, man. We're on Facebook at when they don't boot us off.
Yeah, right.
WrestlePals VA. Also, reach out to us on Twitter, WrestlePals VA, and or put the hashtag WrestlePals on anything. And this dude will find it on social media wherever it happens to be. You know what? You can just yell at us. You know, tell us, you know, stuff like "shut up" or perhaps "we look great." Whatever's on your mind. You check out our back catalog.
Back catalog.
Fat catalog. Look, I'm pretty plateaued catalog for the last 4 weeks.
256.
Oh, yes, I'm good.
16 pounds to go.
You know, okay. After show talk.
Apple cider vinegar. We'll talk about
I
it.
love it when you sweet talk me and give me I got nothing to come back at you with that. Spell it out, hashtag WrestlePals on YouTube. That's where you could find the back catalog. Or, of course, the audio stream available on iTunes.
That's right.
How's Spotify working out? All right, Google Play Store. You can go anywhere.
Stitcher.
Search Stitcher. Search out hashtag WrestlePals. We're there. Want to get in touch with us individually? Justin is very easy to get a hold of.
That's right.
At the Hulkster on
That's
Twitter. Guess what? He loves talking to the people.
I'm a man of the people.
He is.
And a man of science.
And that as well. And, dude, for real, go check out Oh Hi Justin. Search that somewhere.
Patreon.com/ohhijustin.
He's doing stuff. Please encourage him. Even if you can only say a kind word on Twitter, cool. But if you want to throw a buck or two behind the dude,
WrestlePals goes there. Deprogram goes there. You can get deprogrammed early, actually, if you become a patron. And all of these ghouls updates are going there. So all you have to do is $1 gets you in the door.
It sounds weird, but you want in on this. Trust me, I thought it was crazy at first. I still do, but I thought so at first as well.
Yep.
It's an old joke. It's terrible. You want to reach out to me at the Nate Project on Twitter, but you know, don't.
You know, thanks for giving me the time to go ahead and tweet you. Right now, I'm going to tweet you.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Cool, because it'll pop up my phone and it's gonna make me angry.
Tweeting
Don't do it.
at the Nate Project.
Oh, we're selling it. I'm trying to make it not that big of a deal.
Also, Nuclear Club Rules. They won't listen to this show, but Nuclear Club Rules.
Okay.
They listen to the other show. They like the other show.
Well, they should. It's a good show.
I think something just
It's just a video of you saying something.
Mhm.
Oh, apparently you love Liv Morgan. Who'd have effing guessed, huh? Not Bay, Burr, Zerker. I'm working it out. I'll have something together for next week.
Liv, I love you. I live you. How many times do I live? Just once,
A
right?
one. Yeah. Yeah, only. Psh. Goddamn hashtag WrestlePals.
I lost my keys and my little dog is bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog, bit me in the spare rib. And I'll take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words to AJ Styles. You know you are. You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.